keep forgetting there's a nail sticking out of this table. And I keep forgetting that there's a nail sticking out of this table right now. It's being covered up by the tablecloth.
Little Birdie told me both of these teams are undefeated. They played against each other in May, and Our Ladies of Pain won that one. So we'll see what happens here. Queen City is from Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Buffalo and Guelph.
So Buffalo and Guelph?
No, sorry, they're from Buffalo and these guys are from
Buffalo. Oh, right.
No.
I was actually going to recommend this to you. I don't know if they have any here or not.
Yeah, no problem. Welcome back to Fast and Furious 2017 here at the Ted Reeve Arena and the Ted Reeve Bubble. Currently, we're in the Ted Reeve Arena. I'm Lex Tan, and shortly to be joined again by Jam Solo. And we've got the next matchup up here for you. Our Ladies of Pain from Royal City, Guelph, versus Queen's Court from Queen City, Buffalo. Two undefeated teams. They met last May, and Our Ladies of Pain took the victory last May. So Queen's Court is looking for a little bit of revenge here in this game here, as they are two undefeated teams. They got a lot of the line, including a berth to going to the finals. Refereeing crew here is going to be the same as the previous game. Crew number 4, led by Joe the Rocksmith, if you smell what he's cooking. Yogi, Sarah T, Queen Victoria, Dreaded Media, No Shenanigans, Holly de Haviland, Shadowfowler, Nightingale, part of the crew number 4. On the Our Ladies of Pain team, we got Samwise Slamsey, Rabbit, Hit Viper, Duchess of Doom, Nayslayer, Pablo Picasso, H-Bomb, Betty Spike, Thomas the Tank, Headlock Jones, Silent Spring, Kilopatra, Sleeping Broody, Whirlwind, and Mill Street Bruisery, and Collateral Damage. And here we go.
Looks like Our Ladies of Pain are jumping out with an early lead jam right off the bat.
That's number 55, Silent Spring, the jammer for the Our Ladies of Pain.
We've got a solid wall right now on the opposing jammer.
Number 163, Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck just snuck through. A nice little move.
Ooh, a little bit of a spill there between Cassidy Dope and one of the OLPs.
OLP's bench screaming for her to call it. She does. But not before Queen's Court sneaks in there for 2 points.
Looking at the rosters here for Queen's Court, we got Hannah Brawl checked her, Daisy Juke, Thunderstruck, Jinxie Jones, Hot Brass, Mick Dagger, Tequila Sunrise, Cassidy Dope, Ferga Vicious, Stretch Harmstrong, Kate McHitton, Helena Hit 'em Harder, Ooh Baby, Alex Slam Her the Great.
Ooh Baby, that's a good name.
Ube is apparently is a purple yam that you make apparently dessert shakes out of.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's great ice cream, by the way.
And I love ice cream. So OLP's got a very effective wall going on there.
Ferga Vicious was taken out and out of bounds, so she's gonna have to reset. And so with Betty Spike.
This looks like it's going to be a pretty tight bout by the way the blocking's going right now.
Mm-hmm.
Tight walls, aggressive walls. But Queen's Court trying to run some offense, and it works there. Get the jammer through for 4 points. Looked like Ferga Vicious was jamming for them there.
Mm-hmm. Queen's Court takes the lead by 1. It's now 6-5.
Did we mention that these two teams were undefeated so far?
Yes, we did. But last May, as I mentioned earlier, last May, Our Ladies of Pain won their previous matchup with Queen's Court. So Queen's Court looking to exact a little bit of revenge over here and get themselves into gold medal contention here.
Off the start of all these jams, it's been super tight. But Pablo Picasso squeaks through and gets lead jam for OLP. But she's got a jammer hot on her tail right now from Queens County.
Stretch Armstrong for Queen City.
I used to live in Queens County, so I may call Queen's Court Queens County a couple times. I'll apologize for that right off the hop. And I had to take off quick. My dirty farmers were eliminated not too long ago from the bubble. So I had to go bid them all farewell. So the teams are dwindling down.
But quite a large contingent here for Our Ladies of Pain sitting here in the suicide section.
Oh yeah, they have a big fan base over there.
Breaking out.
Queen's Court, Thunderstruck gets out for lead jam, but right behind her is Silent Spring. I'm going to remember that because I think she's the only one on Our Ladies of Pain without the name.
Thunderstruck calls off the jam. And no points scored.
So 4 minutes in with the Queen's Court at 7, Our Ladies of Pain at 5. This so far looks like it's going to be a pretty tight game right down to the wire.
Mm-hmm. Now, I also call video game tournaments as well too, with a movie theater company, and one thing I found with fighting games that the defensive aspects of the game are amplified later on, so you get a lot of tighter games. Is that the same thing that's happening here right now?
Yeah, it actually is, and you'll notice with the games that you've called, the defense was kind of. It was there, but it wasn't as solid as what we're seeing right now. OLP, they've really got some solid walls, good recycling, and same with Queen's Court. And you see the sense of urgency as soon as these jammers bust out of the pack. They're talking and they're getting together and they're getting themselves prepared immediately.
And 1 point scored there on that last jam by the Our Ladies of Pain, and bringing the total to 6. They're only down by 1.
And you call video game tournaments. I'm like the biggest video game nerd I know.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite one? What's your favorite? What is your favorite video game?
It'd be tough because I'd have to pick a console first.
Oh.
Probably Mega Man.
Oh, nice.
And there goes Mega Kikasso for Our Lady Pain, busting through for lead jam. But not far behind her is Stretch Armstrong, but she's really fighting hard to get through there. Pablo Kikasso coming through on her scoring pass, squeaks through easily for a nice grand slam.
Took the inside track on that one. Looked like she almost stepped out, but Queen Victoria, referee monitoring her.
Queen's Court got caught up trying to get their jammer through. Ooh. Big hit by Kikasso. She's going to get called for that one on the back block. Questionable call, but she's going to the box as it is. Stretch Armstrong gets through. Now on a power jam. This is where Our Ladies of Pain will really get tested. Sweep coming in on them, looking for the outside.
Ooh,
and Sleeping Bruises gets her knocked out.
Sleeping Broody with the hip check there, forcing Stretch Armstrong out of the inbounds area.
Now we've got a little bit of a cluster. Everybody's in trying to get stretched through, and they pull it off and get her through. No. They just got enough of her. She went off the track. She has to reset.
Yeah, Thomas the Tank with that check. Number 394 for OLP.
And Pablo coming back on the track for Our Ladies of Pain. Feisty little jammer going right in the middle and pushing her way through.
Ooh, big hit there, but she stays on her feet.
Flailing arms and everything.
Jigsy Jones setting up a wall there, but as you said, she's got a lot of spunk here.
She's trying to call it off now, but she's gone to the box, so she doesn't have that option. But the jam's over anyway. And Pablo Kikasso showing that size doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that that I really admire about the sport of roller derby. It's like, you have everybody's got a place, and everybody's got an equal importance on the team.
Yep, exactly. The skill level is it's a very wide range, but everybody has a job on that track, and that's what makes up a team.
And it looks like Pablo Kikasso is sitting in the box now, so Thunderstruck and Queen City have a power jam.
They called that right after. Thunderstruck still in bounds.
Ooh, big pile up there.
A bit of a tumble, got some legs tied up, but Thunderstruck goes into the inside, squirts through, and gets herself a grand slam.
5 points scored there.
She calls that immediately. So that keeps Pablo Kikasso in the box, allowing Queen's Court to start this on the power jam again.
5-point lead now for Queen's Court.
Very smart play there to call that jam. Gives them an opportunity to get lead jam again. With lead jam, you kind of control the game.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of audibles going on out there right now. Blockers are jostling for position, switching it up. Looking for the big sweep, taking the outside. Fergovicius gets through.
Thanks to Jinxie Jones, and she boxed out the tripod that OLP was trying to set up there.
Fergovicius coming through hard there.
Oh, breaks away again.
Looks like Queen's Court's not underestimating Pablo Kickass anymore, though.
Oh, it. Two.
That puts Our Ladies of Pain on the power jam right now.
2 in the box for Queen's Court.
Pablo Kickasso with a chance to redeem herself for her 2 previous penalties. Bust through again for another Grand Slam, 5 points.
Scores the Grand Slam there. Scores
Court
that time.
Trying to regroup right now. Comes another sweep in for Our Lady of Pain. Pablo Kickasso just puts her head down and runs through. Calling that jam before Queen's Court jammer could get in there and do anything. So it looks like we're at we were at a tie game, but now Our Ladies of Pain have taken a 3-point lead, sitting at 20, and Queen's Court at 17.
Just past the 10-minute mark of this bout.
The intensity is really picking up right now, and it looks like Queen's Court is calling an official review.
Mm-hmm. And the clock is currently stopped at 9 minutes and 33 seconds.
So I'm trying to think back on that last jam, and I'm trying to figure out what they might be calling this official review on. I'm going to say, let's take a guess. I'm going to say, well, I don't know what to say. I think, if anything, maybe Kick-Ass Pablo, they were saying she was blocking with the head on that last burst through the pack.
Mm-hmm.
But she had been tripped, so I don't know how this one's going to play out.
Note about the game clock, it has been set to 6 minutes. They gave the game clock 6 more seconds, rather. It is currently 9 minutes and 39 seconds, not 9:33.
It looks like Queen's Court's lost that official review, whatever it may have been. No one went to the box. No points changed. So we're back on track. Both jammers busting through there. Our Ladies of Pain, Silent Spring takes lead jam on that, but she is being followed very closely.
Ooh. That's a big hit there by number 718.
Yeah, she'll be going to the box for hitting the whistle had already gone. Probably a little difficult for her to hear that over there. And at the same time, when you have a jammer on jammer, it's kind of a fun battle. So she engaged, but she knew immediately that she was in the wrong, started heading towards the box. So that means Our Ladies of Pain are going to start this once again on a power jam. I'm not sure who they've housed. There's quite a wall built in front of her. Looking for the sweep immediately on the inside.
Gets through.
Betty Spike gets through for lead jam with Our Ladies of Pain. With a 3-point lead, you know they're going to be trying to put as many points as they can on this power jam to kind of stretch that lead a bit. They're letting her go, and they're going for that sweep again on the inside. They pull it off. She gets through for the 5-point Grand Slam.
Great support there by Thomas the Tank, Nayslayer.
Very effective sweep right now.
Who baby's back on.
They're letting her go. They know the jammer's back on. Our Ladies of Pain blockers just waiting for her. She comes flying in.
Ooh.
She's going to get a back blocking penalty for that, putting Our Ladies of Pain right back on the power jam again. Our Ladies of Pain, entire bench, making sure their jammer knows we are on the power jam again. Betty Spike getting a chance to put some more points up there and add to this lead.
50 seconds left in the jam.
And now Our Ladies of Pain jammer just got called. I'm not 100% sure what that was, but that now puts Queen's Court on the power jam.
Ooh, baby, back on the floor.
I believe she's on her scoring pass, so she should be able to get some points out of this. She's pushing hard, but Our Lady of Pain blockers are really giving her a hard time.
Oh, wow. Great move there by Ubaby. Avoiding the check there by number 2908, Nayslayer.
Got another jammer battle coming in hot. This is going to be interesting. Oh, she slows herself down just enough. Betty Spite pushing through the middle, trying to make herself a hole. She does, but not before she's taken out by
Jinxie Jones.
Jinxie Jones has been a bit of a force out there right now, too. And the jam clock runs out. 2 blockers in the box at the moment for Our Ladies of Pain. 1 standing, meaning she has less than 10 seconds. And we've got ourselves an official review to check the score. As it stands, we have the Our Ladies of Pain at 29 and Queen's Court at 20. So they had a bit of a chance to run away with that, but good on Queen's Court to keep their jammer pumping through and getting the points as well.
Just a lot of intense, really closed up matchup. They've been trying to get, both teams have actually been taking advantage and trying to use the outside part of the lane to try to get through, because that inside lane is just packed with people.
Yeah. Very effective sweeping on both sides. Good offense leads to good defense, leads to good games. And we're really seeing that in the last 5 minutes. I think for the first 10, they kind of felt each other out a little bit, but now they look like they're pretty comfy with the floor and pretty comfy with each other, so the intensity's picked up greatly in the last 4 minutes. And with only a 9-point deficit and 6.5 minutes left to play, we've still got a lot of good derby to watch.
Mm-hmm. And we're also getting closer to our championship game as well. That's going to be happening here on the Ted Reeve Arena floor. And if you're if you're a viewer, if you're watching this on the stream and you want to make sure you want to come see the championship game live, well, we got great stuff that's going on over here in the arena. For instance, we got Rumbling Rage for all your roller skating needs. Neon Skates, a skate shop whose mission is to offer you the gear that you need based on your experience and goals. A lot of great vendors that we have here today.
And the GO Train will bring you right out front. So you can jump on the GO Train. Allows you to have a couple of beers when you get here. You have all kinds of places to buy your gear. So once you fall in love with the game, I'm sure there's a league close by. So once you come down, drink a few beer, and buy some gear, you could join roller derby too. Not that I'm trying to recruit anybody, but I really am.
Well, you are you do have experience coaching, don't you?
Yeah, I coach the Motor City Madams with Durham Region Roller Derby, and I help out a lot with the Farmers. Farmers are the team that played here today. They are coached by Cherry Bomb, and it was Shreddy Crocker, but she has a lot of commitments, so she's kind of stepped back and given Cherry Bomb the reins. We had a lot of fresh meat this year, actually, in our last graduating class. You usually start out with a lot, but it's retention that's hard. Some people fall in love with it, and some find out it just wasn't for them.
It is a very intense sport. It's a very you put a lot of everything on the line, physically, emotionally.
Absolutely, yeah. And we're seeing that right now firsthand with Pablo Kikasso busting out for the Our Ladies of Pain and getting lead jam on that. But she's not far behind with Thunderstruck. Our Ladies of Pain running into some penalty trouble right now. They've only got one blocker out. Another one's been released from the box, so they'll have two here in a second, but advantage for Queen's Court right now.
OLP's pivot is in the box, but she's on her feet right now, waiting to be released.
And Pablo Kikasso is just busting through there as if she's got a full line in front of her. And now she's on the power jam. It's Thunderstruck. It's going off for a track cut, I believe. So that puts Our Ladies of Pain back on the power jam to try and add to this lead again.
And Thomas Atek, just number 394, left the box and back in position as the pivot.
Pablo Picasso really pushing hard down there. She gets herself a little bit of a hand and she busts through. And she gets called on a forearm. So now that's going to put Queen's Court on the power jam with 40 seconds left in this jam. And now Queen's Court's jammer's released. I believe it's Thunderstruck out there. Our Ladies of Pain recognizes this, trying to stop her. She busts through the middle, sneaks out on the outside.
Great move there by Thunderstruck just to break through the pack.
Now Queen's Court trying to set up for a sweep if they can. Looks like they're going to let her push and then sweep. Good play.
Oh, wow.
Our Lady Peace recognized that, recycling immediately all over Thunderstruck. Trapping her onto the inside, but she's back out to the outside. And Pablo Picasso is released, so now
that ends that jam. Our Ladies of Pain is going to be starting.
Looks like they've got a 10-point lead. So they're Our Ladies of Pain currently sitting at 38. Queen's Court sitting at 28 with 4:10 remaining. Scoring game I've seen so far today.
Mm-hmm.
There may not be a lot of points on those boards, on that board I should say, but the jammers have had to work for every point they've got so far.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't look like the blockers are letting up.
Oh wow, what a hit there by Jigsy Jones. Looked like number 55, Silent Spring, was able to make her way through the inside track, but Jigsy Jones has forced her out.
Jonesy's done that a few times. Looks like they've got her beat, and then out of nowhere Jones comes in and hits them out. But she's still able to get through.
And Silent Spring, lead
now
jammer.
Thunderstruck's out. She's pushing hard. She knows she's going to get through that pack immediately. And she does. Now Our Ladies of Pain trying everything they can to get their jammer through to get these points. She gets through for the points, and she's going to call it. And she called it in time as no points were put on the board for Queen's Court.
4 points there for our OLP. Something I was also noticing, as you were mentioning earlier, the stickier floor here at Ted Reeve Arena. On the last couple of turns here, Silent Spring had a little bit of trouble keeping herself on a vertical base.
Yep.
But no, luckily she didn't fall.
Yeah, there's been some squirrely feet here on this turn 1 and turn 3 over there in front of the penalty box. I've never actually skated on this floor, but I can tell by the nervousness of most of them, it's a pretty sticky floor. And Ferga Vicious just takes lead jam for Queen's Court, but not far behind her for Our Lady Pain. Their jammer, I'm not sure, she hasn't jammed yet. Oh, that was a huge hit. That was a massive hit on Ferga Vicious right there. Sleeping Bruzy. Forced the call off with that hit.
Mm-hmm. Each team scored 4 points there. No ground made up at the moment, but there is still...
I was just about to say someone's got to be calling a timeout here soon. Mm-hmm. With a minute and a half left, and
that's right.
46 for Our Ladies of Pain and 32 for Queen's Court right now. Minute and 33 left in the game and a timeout called by Our Ladies of Pain. The referee's taking a moment to get a drink on this one. It's been a fast-paced game for the past 7 or 8 minutes, so I'm sure they could use a drink right now.
One of our vendors here today as well, Ass Kicker Inc., offering a boutique line of athletic, casual apparel for women, comfortable clothes that fit real bodies. Work hard.
Great slogan.
Mm-hmm. You know exactly who they are, and you know exactly what they do.
They kick ass. You actually have a really good deal on the name and number on your jersey over there for $10.
Mm-hmm. I finally figured out my derby name.
What's it going to be?
Lexington Legend.
Legend, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm wearing for our viewer. for the viewer, I'm actually wearing a baseball cap of the Lexington Legends minor league baseball team. Has the name LEX on it, so hey, why not?
It works out pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
So we're back underway. We look like we have 2 full teams out there. No one's in the box. Our Ladies of Pain Jammer, Silent Springs fighting hard, trying to get herself out.
Fergavicius forced out of the inbounds area by Nayslayer.
Silent Spring gets through for lead jam right now. Fergavicius knows she has to get through right now to try and stop any scoring. Big part of the game right now for Queen's Court. Silent Spring gets through, gets herself for 4 points. She's being told to keep going with 45 seconds left in this game. Fergavicius follows behind her with another 4 on the board for them. You got to think they're going to be looking to call this after they get Silent Spring through here. Silent Spring busts through.
Fergavicius having to reset herself again. Great defense by Nayslayer, number 2908 from.
Fergavicius is matching her points, but it's not going to make a difference at this point. 15 seconds left in the game. Our Ladies of Pain sitting at 54 to Queen's Court 40. They're exchanging 4 points apiece as they go, but Fergavicius gets trapped, and that allows Silent Spring to get through for another 4. She calls it off.
And that's it. The unofficial final score, 58-40. Just waiting on the official word. 58-43.
Very close game. Very close game. Our Ladies of Pain remain undefeated as it unofficially stands right now. Lots of celebrations going on the bench. Lots of happy faces. Lots of hugs.
And Queen City Rollers fall to the Our Ladies of Pain for the second time in as many games.
Yeah, they played not too long ago, and that was a pretty close game too as well. So now the bracket gets a little smaller as we inch our way towards the championship game later on tonight. Hard-fought game by Queen's Court. Very respectable effort put out.
So the final score in this game, Our Ladies of Pain 58, Queen's Court 43.
Some of the biggest hits I've seen today were in this game right here. And there's the Smash Squad coming out to do some handshaking as well. Looks like they're due up for the next game.
So the next game is going to be happening starting in 4 minutes at 6:20. We're going to take a little bit of a break. This is Fast and Furious 2017 at Ted Reeve Arena on layer9.com.
Right, the 6:20 game? Yeah. This is the 6:20 game, right? Yep. So this is Smash Squad. This is the bike race.
Oh wow, Toronto versus Montreal again.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I'm up now.
You have a partner, so you're not. It's not as bad.
Who's team?
Trouble T. It's yeah, you did. He's in the boat with us. It's good. Totally good. Really, well, really, been there.
That dude?
Yeah.
The tall dude? His name is something else. I did meet him.
Maybe,
Plate of fries.
Do we know who's doing what now?
yeah.
You and me on house.
Beauty. All right, I'm on house for this one and the next one, and then I'm good to go.
Do a shtick.
Smash Squad, and this is the Vipers, right?
Yep.
I'm Professor Rex.
Hey, what's up? I guess Lexington Legend.
Lexington Legend?
Yeah.
Nice. So we have a bit of time, I guess. We have about 10 minutes, I imagine. Okay.
Well, according to the sheet here that Jax wrote, it's
We have a minute, but I don't think they have to warm up, so. What kind of audio? We're in charge of audio that's online. Yeah, that's not us. Turn. I have no idea. No idea. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
We also have the G19.
But I have no idea if they're filming the original work. So. Two more. So you're doing this, and then last we're gonna kind of do the last two. Okay. So after that, you're just waiting around and then it's right out. Thanks for your help today. Thanks for your help today. much you can build muscle. Well, yeah. Right? If you're fast at building muscle, it won't take. My legs built really fast. I ended up going to surgery anyway, so I still want to. Yeah. Did you tear your? No, you gotta go lower because you're too tall. You're too tall. There. Did you tear your ACL?
So, so am I right? Just so I get this right. This game determines the other finalists. This game determines the other finalists.
Right.
This is the third, fourth, and then the finalists.
Right.
Yeah. Are these
So this
Royal
is the last
Cities in the
semifinal.
final?
This is the last semifinal game.
Right.
Third place game, championship game.
Right. Okay. Sweet.
You got it.
We have Smash Squad. Smash Squad and Vipers, who I have not announced yet myself.
The winner of this game will be facing out either Kane. The loser of this game plays against Queensport.
Hello, everyone in Derby Land. My name is Professor Rex, and I'm coming at you for the second semifinal game between the Montreal Roller Derby Smash Squad and the Toronto Roller Derby Vipers. This game will determine who goes up against the Our Ladies of Pain from Royal City RollerGirls in Guelph, Ontario.
And as we're getting set up, our refereeing crew is led by Smasher. We got Shields, Guelo, Mr. Beard, Maya Killjoy, Disco Drew, Rez, and Nicole from crew number 3.
That's right. We can't say enough about referees and announcers and NSOs from this tournament. Anyone involved in roller derby that puts their time in deserves a big round of applause. So if you're at home, please give them a round of applause because everyone deserves it. I am doing it on the microphone. Maybe you can hear it. I am joined by
Lex Tan, a.k.a. Lexington Legend.
Lexington Legend. That's a great derby name.
And here we go. Nam de Gurf, number 169 for the Toronto Vipers, breaks out and establishes herself as the lead.
That's right, but Donata actually gets out second. Actually, is the deemed lead jammer because unfortunately, number 169, Nam de Gurf gets a penalty on their way through the pack. So Donata still had the opportunity to get lead jammer and does take it away from the Montreal and the Tord Vipers.
Forced out of bounds was Donata, and now she's got to reset and go through the pack once more. And she does. She gets through. And she scores 5. It's a grand slam here for the first points of this game.
That's right. Guilo Fichot showing the 4 points plus a little thumb action. That means 5. Coming around for her second scoring pass. Already picking up a few points. Let's see if she can get through all of them. And does. I believe that should be 4. That is 5 points. It is 5. If you're not understanding how that works, the jammer from the Vipers did exit the penalty box, but was not inside the engagement zone. So the Montreal Smash Squad jammer passed the blocker, which got her the point for the jammer in the penalty box before that pass started. So that's how that works if you're scoring at home. That's why sometimes it looks like they're scoring 5 and sometimes they're scoring 4.
Donata called off that the jam, and it's a 10-0 lead after that first one.
That's right. The Smash Squad coming over to the Ted Reeves Arena from the bubble game earlier. They were originally in the Ted Reeve, but had to be moved over due to injury. They had a makeup game in a different arena, but have come back to Ted Reeve and were quite successful in their game at the bubble, beating the team that they played. I can't remember who they are right now, unfortunately, but holy shit for Montreal Smash Squad trying to get lead jammer, as well as number 2-4 for the Vipers, which is Slashimi.
2 points scored on that last play there by Ali Shit.
Right, I believe it was a lead jammer given to Owly Shit. This is her scoring pass. Unfortunately, unable to score any points before calling it off. So that was actually a 0-0 jam. Owly Shit over Slim Shimi.
Setting up for the next jam. It's going to be number 808, Skate of Emergency for the Tord Vipers. And we're still waiting to get a view on who is the jammer for the Montreal Smash Squad. And she breaks out. Great, quick move there. And it is number 808 as well, too, Flatula Clark.
This is 808 versus 808. This is an incredible jam. I'm not sure what is with the double numbers in this tournament, but there's quite a few with a number sandwiched between a 0. There's a number of players with 101 or 808 or 404. I don't know if that's a new trend in roller derby, but it definitely seems to be a trend in this fresh tournament.
We also got, speaking of which, Painkiller 606 for the Montreal squad.
Right. I know I coach and ref in Royal City, and I know we have a number of loaner jerseys, and all the loaner jerseys are of those numbers 101, 202, and so on. So that's quite possibly what these leagues have adopted as well.
Nam De Gur established as the lead jammer, making her way to the pack.
A star pass for the Smash Squad. Jammers passing the star to their pivots. I can't quite pick up the number of the pivot currently on the track, and she's finally put the star on her head. Now she's able to score. That is 593 for the Smash Squad. That is Amura La Makina. I hope I'm not butcherizing that name. If you can help me out.
Amaru La Makina.
There we go. There's one thing I'm not good at, and that's reading and comprehending derby names. So you need to give me some love at home and not hate me.
I believe that I believe our viewer is a very the viewer is a very forgiving viewer.
Sometimes.
Oh.
You'd be surprised. Some are get quite upset if you mispronounce their name, but I think that announcers need a little bit of forgiveness because there's a lot of words that need to be said in a short amount of time, and unfortunately, a lot of these names are quite difficult to wrap your mind, tongue, and mouth around. So give the announcer a little bit of love. They're trying their best.
Timeout on the floor taken now by the Montreal Smash Squad. 47 seconds into the timeout. The clock stopped at 15:24 with the score. Smash Squad 14, Tord Vipers 4.
That's right. This is a very low-scoring game. It's only 5 minutes in this game, and there's only 14 points for the Smash Squad and 4 for the Vipers. Most of the games of the tournament, by this point, there's quite a significant amount of points for both teams on the board. So this is a testament to the both abilities of Toronto Roller Derby and the Montreal Roller Derby leagues training their fresh meat and understanding how the game works and how to control the score and control the pack.
And here we go again. And the Vipers break out in front of the lead jammer. That's Slashimi, followed now by number 610, Ali Shit from Montreal.
Montreal always has the greatest names. Ali Shit. Nice. I think the Vipers called that off, only passing one blocker on the track, but thankfully for the Vipers, there was someone in the penalty box. Passing two. Thankfully, there was someone in the penalty box, so they get 3 points. And if you are unsure about that rule at home, if there is someone in the penalty box, you still score the points of that person. That person still counts as points.
And here we go again. Lead jammer now is Montreal, 593, Amaru La Makina. And Skate of Emergency, bringing up the rear there.
For sure, a nice offensive block attempt from one of the Smash Squad skaters trying to Springer Jammer to get quick and easy points. That was number 77 from the Smash Squad. That's Flacula Clark. I hope, is that right?
Could be Flatula, could be Flatula.
Flatula Clark.
Let's
this out. Flatula Clark?
Yeah. It's it's based off the name of the woman who sang "When Life Is Getting You Lonely, You Can Always Go Downtown." That's
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone at home needs to give him props for knowing that song. That's amazing. Everyone give him a round of applause. That's amazing.
There was an episode of The Simpsons where groundskeeper Willie sings that song in his Scottish accent, and it's
Nice.
hilarious.
Groundskeeper Willie, some of the side characters in all shows are always the best, but Groundskeeper Willie definitely high up there on any of my lists for sure.
Lead jammer now for the Toronto Vipers. We got number 169, Nam De Gur, scoring some points there, and she calls it off.
It is Tord chipping away at this lead. Early on in this game, it was 16-4, I believe, and now it's 16-11 after the next couple jams. Nickeling, diming this game, trying to bring it back in their favor. And I think because the score is so low, Tord can play this route and pull out this game. They're keeping it close. And anytime you keep it close, it's anyone's game at that point. Mm-hmm. One mistake, and a jammer can be in the penalty box, and someone scores 20 points.
Mm-hmm. I was also mentioning to Jam Soul earlier, like the other times I've also called different competitions as it goes along. For instance, in video game competitions, particularly Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, you see a lot more defensive play, and you don't see a lot of aggressive offense in the later rounds for fear of just making the wrong move and putting yourself at a real disadvantage. So maybe I don't know. Is that something that happens? Do you find happens here with roller derby here at?
Absolutely. As I've coached for a number of years, and what happens during game is when players come off the track, if we're as coaches aren't not seeing what we're liking on the track, we're trying to adjust. That's a lead jam for Donata, number 1969 for Montreal Smash Squad. But we're trying to make sure that our team is adjusting to how the game is going and trying to adjust things. And that you're absolutely right. Any change, nice attempted apex jump, calls off the jam and does get those 4 points. Nice job by Donata from the Montreal Smash Squad. Really nice time. Just so you know, you do not have to land a jump in roller derby to score the points as long as one of your feet lands first before any of your other body parts. You do score those points. So one of her foot did land, and she does actually technically pass everyone. She did score those points, and that's quite incredible.
4 points on that last play, and just as you said, an incredible play. Taking the inside track on that one.
It was. But yeah, adjustments in play are key, and any team needs to do that. That's why this tournament is so interesting, because you have to make those adjustments on the fly because there is only 20 minutes.
Oh,
huge
great
hit for number 0, FBI. The pivot from the Tord Vipers, and number 080, Skate of Emergency, get taken out as well.
She calls it off.
She does call it off. She does get her 4 points, but that was a hard-fought 4 points.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of hard-fought, Toronto and Montreal faced off in the second match here at Reeve Arena earlier. Toronto was up huge for most of the game, for the first half of the game actually, but Montreal just kept chipping away, and in the final jam, Montreal was able to run away with the victory.
Yeah, and like back to what we were talking about earlier, little adjustments in gameplay can really help your team out. And I imagine both these leagues are coached by quite phenomenal skaters of their leagues, and both of them have a lot of experience, so they do know the game well and know how to adjust. Mr. Beard calling a high block penalty on number 0303 from Montreal Smash Squad.
That's Ia Leona.
That's right. That did spring towards Jammer Vipers, number 169. Norm De Gur does get her 4 points, call it off, and 20-19. This game is incredible. If you're following at home, there is, by the start of this jam, there will be just over 10 minutes to go, and the game is essentially tied. I think we may have lost a microphone here. We might have to switch them out and see if they're going to test out. But unfortunately for all of you at home, I might be by myself for a second until we figure out this technical malfunction. Okay, I think we figured it out. Thankfully, the referees called an official review. or official timeout for that matter, just making sure that all the penalties were correct. Again, if you're following at home, it takes 7 referees to referee a game properly. It also takes a number of officials. By my count, I see 8 in front of me making sure this game happens. There's 3 in the penalty box, 3 in the scoreboard, 3 in the middle, and they're all trying to make this game happen.
Out of many sports out there, hockey has a maximum of 4. There's about 7 umpires as well too for baseball during their MLB playoffs. But 7, 8. The referees are definitely mandatory here in roller derby. There's just so much happening and going on.
That's true. They like to call themselves officials because that groups them all up together. Referees and NSOs all are considered officials of the game. Toward Vipers, lead jam in position to take the lead in this game. Let's see if their team can make it happen.
And Sashimi gets past this.
Sashimi does, scores 4 points, but I think Smash Squad scored 2 on the back end. They did, but it's still lead change. If you know roller derby at home, you should know if there's a lead change, that means you have to drink whatever's in your hand, whether it be a coffee, water, or some kind of adult beverage. So please, that was a lead change. 23-22, Vipers over Smash Squad. Take a drink. Again, the Smash Squad's Donata taking the lead, but followed closely by Skate of Emergency. There's a little bit of jammer on jammer action happening in turn 3. Skate of Emergency knocks out Donata, forcing Donata to call it off. 0-0 jam for the Montreal Smash Squad. That was an incredible jam. I wish all of you had the eyes that we have here in the arena. That was a really good jam. Skate of Emergency catching up to Donata on turn 3, knocking her out of bounds, forcing her to call it off despite losing lead.
So the score.
So sorry about the crackling at home. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty with their microphones. We're going to try and figure that out, but I will try and give you all the action. Montreal Smash Squad with lead jammer again, followed closely behind by Divas, or the Vipers jammer, number 169, Norm DeGur, calling it off. Let's see what the score is. 2 points for the Smash Squad, 0 for the Vipers. This game is going back and forth. That's another lead change, 24-23. Incredible. 8 minutes to go. I hope this game can stay the way it is. Timeout for the Montreal Smash Squad. They want to reset and make sure that all their players they know what's going on. They're all calm. Sometimes in the sport of roller derby, tensions get high and people may do incredible things that they're not normally able or willing to do, which may affect the game. So sometimes bench staff just need to bring everyone in, rein them in, calm them down in a second, and refocus them. And it looks like Montreal Smash Squad is doing that exactly. They have a very interesting, calming timeout group cheer happening right now. I'm sure it works for their team. And we'll definitely find out if it does in this next jam. This is Jam 14 coming up between the Toronto Roller Derby Vipers and the Montreal Roller Derby Smash Squad. The score is 24-23 for the Smash Squad currently. There is 7 minutes and 55 seconds left on this clock. That was the whistle to start this jam. Both jammers coming out. Number 24 for the Smash Squad, attempting to get through this pack. And does. Number 24, that's Sashimi. Sashimi has lead and an attempted star pass from number 41 in the Montreal Smash Squad. Turns into a star stash, and Sashimi calls it off while taking a knee, scoring 4 points, taking a slight lead over this Montreal Smash Squad, 27-24. That is another lead change. If you've been drinking all day like myself, then you're probably drunk because that's another lead change and everyone has to drink. So if you have a drink in your hands, please put it to your mouth and put it in your face. Number 080, Skate of Emergency, trying to get it done for the Vipers, but unfortunately, Smash Squad, or fortunately, if you're a Montreal fan, numbers 808, jammers of the same number. Flaky Leclerc gets lead jammer and is in scoring position. Let's see if the Smash Squad can do some, and they do, really nice offensive inside blocking from the Smash Squad. It looks like they are potentially going to run this jam, and they are, because it is a power jam for the Smash Squad. Smash Squad have taken the lead, 29-27. Flacula Clark on her second scoring pass of this jam. A little bit of a pile up on that turn 3. Hopefully she can maintain a composure and not go into the penalty box. I hear a whistle. Someone's getting called. It was not the jammer from Montreal. She has scored another 5 points. That's 10 points so far, 34-27. This is huge for Montreal Roller Derby Smash Squad. So I apologize again, home, if you're hearing a little bit of crackling. Try and adjust your volume. We're just trying to figure out the second microphone in the Ted Reeve Arena. It is important to try and have 2 announcers, but we'll do our best. If you're hearing a bit of crackling, that's just us trying to fix the situation over here in the Ted Reeve Arena. Norm DeGur, lead jammer toward Vipers. This game has gone back and forth for each team. Norm DeGur already in scoring pass, trying to take that inside line, does. I don't know, I think she took a penalty possibly. It looks like she has taken a cutting penalty. Guilo Fachot is calling a cutting the track penalty on Norm DeGur of the Vipers. Fortunately for the Vipers, they are on scoring pass. They have already scored points. They have pocket points, if you will. Montreal Smash Squad, number 610, trying to get out of the pack. The defense of the Vipers looks really, really strong currently, but she's able to finally find her way on the inside line on turn 3. That is her first pass as Mr. Beard is skating around, signifying that is her first pass by waving his hands in front. Norm DeGur does come out of the penalty box. She did not score those. She may have already scored those points going to the penalty box, but came out and scored the same points. If you're scoring at home correctly, those were the same points that she went to the penalty box with. Comes to the pack, scores another 4 points. Both teams trading points right now. It's 40-31. I believe 40-35 is more correct. Montreal Smash Squad coming through again, another 4 points. 44-35 currently. Potentially Tord has scored another 4 points, and they have. The jammer ref has put it up for 44-39. It's still anyone's game. Toronto has a very good defensive stance to the rear. Hopefully they're able to hold her up, and they have been able to. Norm DeGur trying to come through and score as many points as she can. Let's see how this score ends up. I'm not going to say anything until the referees and the scoreboard officials have figured everything out. And there is a timeout. Timeout for the Vipers. It looks like the Vipers have scored 15 points, the Smash Squad 8, which makes it an even closer score than it was before. That's a differential of 2, 44-42, with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left on that clock. Smash Squad have 1 official review left. It looks like Toronto Vipers have have 2 left. They have their own timeout and 1 official review. So if the Vipers need to stop this clock in order to put some points on the board, they have the ability to. The Smash Squad, unfortunately, can only stop the clock once. We'll have to wait to see if that plays in any of these teams' favors. The Smash Squad blockers and jammer are talking with one of their bench staff on the track, just making sure that everyone is on the same page. This game doesn't work if you don't understand how the pack works and if you don't understand how to play together. because the only way to make the pack work is to play together. So, like no other sport, you need to play as a team. That whistle signifies the start of that. And really quick lead jam for the Vipers. Number 24, Slashimi. It is definitely potential that the Vipers do take the lead in this jam, which would be huge for Toronto Roller Derby. Slashimi cuts to the pack. Let's see if they score points where they do. That is 5 points. It is 47-44 currently. Slashimi very nonchalantly calls it off. If you didn't see what happened at home, Slashimi got lead, entered the pack, started scoring points on opposing blockers, and scored and passed the opposing jammer. The Montreal Smash Squad's jammer repassed her, but unfortunately the Tour jammer already got the jammer point. So that's why it was 5 points instead of 4. Wow, and the Montreal Smash Squad get leads. Donata, very consistent jammer for the Montreal Smash Squad all game long, making sure her team is in it and able to keep track with these teams in scoring position. Tries to take it and does take the inside lead. Can she pass the jammer? She does. That is a 5-point natural grand slam. 49-47 for the Montreal Smash Squad. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Skate of emergency getting out of the pack. Just now, Montreal Smash Squad jammer scoring some last minute points. Looks like a 4-point jam as well, making that jam 9 points to 0. Smash Squad 53, Toronto Vipers 47. 1 minute and 23 seconds left. This is going to be jam 19 coming up. These have been some pretty quick jams. Most jams of this tournament have lasted over a minute just due to some jammer penalties or no one getting lead, but getting to 19 jams in a 20-minute period is quite impressive.
53-47 now for the Smash Squad. Very, very close game. Minute 23 left.
I'm super glad that I have a second announcer because I was getting sick of my own voice. So you should be thankful at home, especially because I definitely needed some help out here.
From what I heard, you were doing just fine, and you're doing really well, man.
No, I love roller derby. I can talk about it all day. I wish I can have the time with everyone to explain how great this game is, so that they can understand. Unfortunately, because it's a volunteer-run sport, sometimes it looks a little frantic and weird. But if you just tear it down to the brass tacks, it's an incredible high contact, high competitive sport that is incredibly original. So if you haven't watched, or if you know someone who hasn't watched, please tell them to come out. They won't be disappointed. And they sell beer at a very, very good price.
Exactly. For all your roller derby needs, go to layer9.ca.
Smash Squad number 610 with a lead. Holy shit, that was an important lead jam for them. They have control of this jam with less than 1 minute and 10 seconds left. And they have the lead on the scoreboard. So Owly Shit can take her time going through the stack, making sure that she doesn't get a penalty. She decides to engage anyways, calls it off. 2 points for the Smash Squad. Let's see if Tord takes their timeout. This may be a good time to take it.
It was a good time to end that jam because, as we know as well too from the games that have been here, Nam the Gur was one of the biggest scorers, along with Skate of Emergency for the Vipers.
It is. I think Tord did take the timeout. Now, unfortunately, they ran a bit of too much of the clock off the game clock. But that's okay. This tournament is for everyone to learn. If you are coaching a team at home, if your team is losing and you have a timeout on the board and there's less than 2 minutes left, the very second you can stop that clock is best. So if you have the opportunity to stop that clock and there's not much time on, stop it as soon as possible. That is the the very minimal you can do for your team. Tori, to take a timeout is good to do that because they can reset everyone and make sure they're focused. But they may have been able to take a timeout when there was 47 seconds left on the clock as opposed to 30. And again, this game is all about points, time, and distance. So if you're giving up one of them, you're not doing very well. That's 33% of what you're giving up, right?
Mm-hmm. And the winner of this game will go on to face. We'll go on to the championship match.
They will face the Our Ladies of Pain from Royal City RollerGirls, who have been a very strong team. I'm not biased at all. I have nothing to do with that league. Actually, I do. I coach their travel teams and I referee for out of that league. But they're a great league. If you haven't watched them play, they're amazing skaters. Everyone has a good time.
Both number 808s are the jammers over here, and Montreal's 808. That is Fletula Clark.
Nice job, Skate of Emergency, almost getting out as well. I think almost very close to taking a track cut penalty. Number 593 almost recycled their back and created a penalty and calls it off. Montreal Smash Squad calls off that jam. That is the unofficial final. I know my inclination went up, but it's just the unofficial final. We're going to wait for the official final.
As it stands right now, the unofficial score 55-47 for the Smash Squad. And if that is your final score, Montreal will be going up against Guelph, Our Ladies of Pain, and the Vipers would be going up against the Queen City Rollers in the next game.
That's right. If you're unsure at home, the reason why there's an unofficial and official score, the NSOs have to just kind of count through the points that have been scored in the game to make sure that their final tally is done. This is called math, something that I'm terrible at. So they go through it and just make sure everything's correct. The referees go over and check, and then they make it an official final, because at the end of the day, the scoreboard isn't what determines the winner of the game. It's what's on the piece of paper that is considered the stats. So they have to make sure that's correct before they continue on.
As you were saying, you're not as adept at math. Neither am I. So I'm very, very thankful for the NSLs and the official scorers table.
No, I know it's a difficult position. I've done some of the NSO positions, and it's a lot of work. I give them all a lot of credit because it's a lot to pay attention to. You may not think that it's important, but the WFTDA, even though this is not a WFTDA sanctioned tournament, the WFTDA does not work without the NSOs.
And so, victory laps being taken now by both teams. Montreal on the floor right now, taking their lap.
Yeah, the victory lap is the greatest. They all high-five each other, congratulate each other, make sure everyone's all super happy. Unfortunately, one team is more happy than the other. Montreal Smash Squad does move on to the final game. That game will be coming up. It says at 8, but I think it'll be a little bit later.
7.
The 7 o'clock is the next game. That is a 3-4 game. If you're keeping track at home or trying to figure out how much time you have for things, there is a little eye icon up in the top right corner of your screen. If you're on Roller Derby Layer 9, if you click on that, that will update you with what the schedule is going to be. And it is close to updated as possible. So if you're trying to figure out when is the next game and when's the final game, take a look at that, find out when it is. But the very next game coming up, it will be the 3-4 game.
So it'll be the Queen City RollerGirls, Queen's Court versus the Toronto Vipers in the 3-4 game.
That's right. And unfortunately for the Vipers, they have to play 2 games in a row. The final game will be the Montreal Smash Squad versus the Our Ladies of Pain. Our Ladies of Pain from Royal City. I believe that is the first time Our Ladies of Pain have gotten to the final.
Interesting.
It is. And they've met up against the Smash Squad a number of times in the past. Last year was the first time Royal City, Our Ladies of Pain, beat the Smash Squad. This year was the second time they beat Montreal Smash Squad. They beat them in the bubble, and now they have to play them for the final. So it'll be interesting to see if the coaches come together and figure out what they need to change to make a different outcome happen in that final game. But I am Professor Rex, signing off until the final game. Thank you very much. I appreciate all your patience at home.
And this is FNF Fast and Furious 2017 at the Ted Reeve Arena on layer9.ca.
If you need to go out and get a drink or take a pee or get some food, we will be back in 15 minutes-ish. 15 minutes will be the next game. Thank you.
Thanks, man. That was great. Oh, thanks, man. Very good. Thanks for all your knowledge, man.
Oh, but you're announcing it today, so it's fine. You're announcing race, it's fine. Then you're along between the whole thing, so actually we're at the announcing thing, so that's good. We're together well.
That's cool. Yeah, Jack Solo and Derby, those guys.
Darren's been doing it a long time. He's been announcing a long time, so.
Yeah. Those guys help me.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. That's great. I'm set that I was going to announce this weekend. Last year. I'm not as good with names, but I think you know the game.
Yo, layer 9.
You announce for video games?
Also, one more reminder to coaches, please submit your skater consideration for the Blues Warriors Soccer. Please keep that to sign or check-in table.
In America, it's just like, everyone like Canada was like years before you. Like, so it's advanced, it's so fun in every other country. You go down and tell them that, they don't even learn that shit.
Not easy games, I mean like less games, yeah.
That's the word, absolutely. You have like 2 games in a row and then like it's like 4 in a row. I think so, yeah.
See, I know like the league.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
That was a really evenly matched game. Except the first game was okay, some off games. Relax. He's back. Uh, 10 minutes.
just need to stop shoving. Work has
So I just found out the way that this match works. The loser of this match is the third place team that wins third place. The winner goes on to the next bout, which is for first and second place. So whoever loses this is the third place team.
Okay. Alrighty. So in that case, what you're saying is,
Whoever wins goes on to the next game, the championship game.
so Toronto Vipers has been eliminated.
Sorry?
So the Vipers have been eliminated.
The Vipers were eliminated, yep. And it's these two play, and the winners play Our Ladies of Pain.
Okay.
Because OLP, I don't think, is lost today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I got to speak right now. And no, I had Rex and we're on this game. We're on the 620 game right now.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Oh, because I just heard that this is the battle for third place or something. Yeah. I thought we just did that. Yeah, we just did. Yeah. You're right.
Welcome back to the Ted Reeve Arena for Fast and Furious 2017. I'm Lexington Legend Tan, alongside Jam Solo.
Iron Solo's pretty good.
And we're here now covering the game between Queen's Court, Queen City RollerGirls, and the Montreal Smash Squad as we get underway.
And from what I believe, this determines third and fourth.
I've just been notified that the winner of this game will go on to the championship game versus Our Ladies of Pain, and the loser of this game will be third place.
Perfect. Well, Smash Squad's off to a big start. Didn't catch who was on the jammer line, but she just made quite a fancy move to end up with lead jam.
That's Fletcher Clark, number 808 from the Montreal Smash Squad.
Oh, big hit on Thunderstruck.
And the jammer, number 163, Thunderstruck from Queen's Court.
She's going to keep it going.
10 points already scored.
There.
Another
Gets herself a
5.
Grand slam. Thunderstruck's trying to get through, pushing hard. Finally gets herself through. Smash Squad Jammer recognizes that.
But here comes number 808, Fletcher Clark. Calls it off.
Gets her points and calls it. A huge start for the Smash Squad. 19 points on the board.
It's been a great day here at Ted Reeve, and also at the Bubble at Ted Reeve as well.
we've had some pretty good derby, but as it's dwindled down, the game has really tightened up. Scores are a lot closer, and the action's getting a little more intense, but these ladies are getting tired, but they're giving it their all.
That pivot just goes out of the bounds there. Now it's
Fergalicious.
Fergalicious.
What a big hit there.
A little tie up there between number 57 and number 610. That's Meanie Van and Ali Schitt on the Montreal squad. Hannah Brawl-Schechter, number 1096 from the Queen's Court, took a little bit of a spill in front of us.
Looks like it's getting a little slippery there on turn 1 again. Fergalicious gets herself through for a grand slam, cutting into this lead. But Jinxie Jones is being herself here again. She's really giving the jammer a hard time from the smash squad. Fergalicious pushing through, getting herself through.
Oh, she gets taken down from behind. That's got to be a penalty somehow.
Yeah, that's going to be hitting after the whistle for sure.
That's Donata, 1969, going into the box.
Puts a little bit of a dent on the smash squad. As we know, they use her for a blocker and a jammer. So they're down to 3 blockers.
On both sides as well. There's a Queen's Court player that is currently in the box as well.
And lots of room on the track for these jammers.
Oh, great quick breakout there by number 41, Green Peas. Using her speed and her small stature to her advantage.
Stretch Armstrong is really doing some pushing. Green Peas comes in spinning, almost takes out her own blockers, but she gets up and she's still out in front of the pack. And calling it.
Green Peas made a great play in front of us, in front of the near turn over here. Just taking the inside track there, jumping through.
She's quick on her feet, Green Peas. It's all about juking those blockers and getting them to go one way and exposing that little bit of a hole and being fast enough to jump in there. And Green Peas just showed she could do that.
So it's currently 24-9 for the Smash squad with 15:45 left in the game.
Smash squad short-handed a blocker to start this jam, but their blocker's been released from the box, so they'll be full.
And that wall there established by Daisy Luke in hot brass, keeping the Montreal jammer out of bounds.
That was a huge forearm by Thunderstruck there, the jammer with Queen's Court. She's heading to the box now, putting Smash Squad on the power jam. Smash Squad already looking at a 24-9 lead on the power jam right now with an opportunity to really take off in this game.
That's Amara Lamakina, who is lead jammer here.
Beautiful sweep by her blockers to allow her to take that inside. Gets through for a grand slam, throwing another 5 on the board. Nice and slow pace by the Smash Squad right now, just allowing their jammer to do what she needs to do.
And taking the outside track there and gets past the pack again for another 5.
Queen's Court regrouping, trying to stop the bleeding here a bit. The jammer's back on the track now, but she still needs to make her initial pass. That's going to allow the Smash Squad to take advantage of this and try and put a few more points on that board.
Stifling defense as well, too, by the Montreal Roller Derby Smash Squad as Thunderstruck can't get set and can't leave the pack.
Armaru decides to call it there. Extending her lead. They're now sitting at 38 and Queen's Court at 9. No one in the box to start this jam, so we'll start this with full lines. And we've got such tight walls in these games that I can't even see helmets on the jammers, let alone numbers, so we'll have to let you know that as soon as they pass turn 1 here. It's a little difficult for us to see them as we're sitting in front of them.
However, here we go.
Jinxie Jones is out there. She's already got that jammer in her sights. It's Ali Schitt out there for the Smash Squad, and Fergalicious gets out and sneaks out and takes the lead jam. Ali Schitt was still held up a bit, but she's out now. Hot on the tail of Fergalicious. Fergalicious is going to be looking to try and get herself some points and call it. You got to imagine that. And she does. She gets through and she gets herself all 4. chipping away at that lead with 13 and a half minutes left.
And when you got Jinxie Jones on your squad, just being such an effective blocker for the Queen's Court.
She's like a magnet to that opposing jammer. Her head's on a swivel out there, and that swivel is always directed at the opposing jammer. She's making it very difficult for them to bust through.
And here we go again. Donata establishing herself as lead jam.
Yeah, she's the beneficiary of a couple of penalties there, I believe. Multiplayer blocks called right off the bat. Allowed her to sneak through and get lead jam.
Only 2 blockers on the... And she easily gets past them.
Good sweep. She's going to call that off, absolutely. Stretch Armstrong was coming around trying to get herself some points, but too little too late. Donata called that off.
42-13 now. Just over 12 minutes left in the bout.
Smash Squad really displaying good track awareness today. Their jammers are very aware and always looking to their coaches to see what their direction is, whether they should call it or keep going. So props to them for that, because the game's a little difficult to learn, especially as you play it. So this early in the game and they're already figuring that stuff out, that's pretty good for the Smash Squad.
And there is an official's timeout on the floor. So the clock is stopped at 11:54.
We have one of the Queen's Court blockers being released from the box. It looks like that's all it was she was released from the box.
And currently two Montreal players are in the box right now.
So advantage Queen's Court. They're going to try everything they can to get lead jam out of here. We've got Jinxie Jones out there. And she catches her.
Cassidy Dope is established as lead for the lead jam for the Queen's Court.
Queen's Court doing a great job holding the jammer back, allowing their jammer to come in to try and score some points here.
And they're currently on, and it looks like they're currently on a power jam.
Cass coming in hot on the outside, gets tripped up a little bit, but she's right back up, busted through this pretty effective wall. But now she's ran into her own teammates, and she's through.
And as a penalty, number 77, Frida Chaos on the Montreal squad. She's in the box as the jam comes to an end.
So Queen's Court sneaks in, gets himself a few more points, and calls it before the Smash Squad can add to their lead. Chipping away at the lead, currently sitting at 42 for the Smash Squad and 17 for Queen's Court. 11 minutes left to go, still lots of derby. Both teams down to 3 blockers again, each with one in the box. Jam's underway, very effective tripod, but big move by Fergus Vicious. Dekes outside, takes the inside, steals lead jam.
And Green Peas breaks her way out of the pack, and she's on her first lap.
Big sweep coming in there by Jinxie.
Ooh, wow, great move there.
Vicious takes it.
Great move there by Fergus Vicious to avoid that check.
And slowly but surely, they're chipping away at this lead.
42-21, Montreal. Queen's Court scoring 8 points on that last jam as we've reached the 10-minute mark of this bout.
Looks like we have a quick timeout just to check the points with the jam refs.
Clock stopped at 9:56.
So every now and then the scorekeepers, they will check with their jam refs just to make sure that they do have an accurate count on the points.
Mm-hmm. Also like to give a quick shout out to our food vendors today. The Eggman, who was that was in the parking lot this morning. They offer an assortment of breakfast foods for your morning food truck experience. Feed the Six, which is out there right now for the non-breakfast type people looking for some sustenance during the day. And of course, in-house, the Ted Reeve Arena Snack Bar, if you're visiting the snack bar for all your hockey arena food, slushies, hot dogs, fries, etc. And thank you so much to the staff here, the volunteer staff from the Roller Derby Association here.
I happened to stop by, feed the 6 on my break, and I think I ate enough for 6. Good fries, good chicken. And there's Donata sneaking out and taking lead jam for the Smash Squad.
And the penalty boxes are now empty, and now we have a full squads on the floor.
It's about to have a jammer in it. Looks like, Armstrong's going in for North County. Or Queen's Court. I don't know where I came up with that one.
Power jam now for a Smash Squad.
This is a huge opportunity for Smash Squad. Queen's Court was kind of chipping away at that lead, but now that they're on the power jam, they can go right back into that 10 to 20 point lead that they were sitting on a while ago.
Oh, wow. Great moves there by Donata, getting past the three-person defense of Daisy Juke. Number 1096, Hannah Brawl checked her. Ooh. Tried to 360 her way in there.
She caught a skate and fell backwards. That was a risky play, but luckily she's up and laughing about it.
Seriously, how do you teach someone how to fall on your back like that on a concrete floor?
Very slowly. Once they fall a few times and they realize that the equipment actually works, then you learn to fall on the equipment.
Ah.
But when you're trying 360s and stuff like that, you can't really control where you land.
That's true.
But as a jammer, you're willing to try anything to get those points. And Jinxie staying right with How We Roll. But How We Roll sneaks out and takes lead jam for Smasher Squad again.
And number 131, Leanti Christ, going to the box for Montreal.
Cass for Queen's Court right now is having a heck of a time trying to get through these blockers with the Smash Squad.
And now How We Roll is going to the box herself. So now Queen's Court's got the power jam with 7:44 left in the game.
Oh, and they knocked her out. Is she going to go back in? They're going to take her all the way back. So she's resetting. So they need to get her through. There we go. They've got her through. So they've got about 13 seconds to try and get themselves a few points out of this power jam. Only 2 blockers out there for the Smasher Squad right now, so the advantage is definitely with Queen's Court. Big sweep by Jinxie, allowing her jammer to squeak through Cass. Gets herself the Grand Slam. Smash Squad jammer coming back onto the track fast.
Cassidy Dope just taking her time, using that outside portion of the track to get past, but now a little bit of a pile up there.
That was all the same team, so we're not going to see any penalties called on that, but luckily Cass was able to get up out of it. And How We Roll, let's see how she approaches this wall again. She's going right after Jinxie.
Ooh,
Jinxie's already ready for her.
A big scrum that's developing right now, and now here's something that's happening. Number 2, Jinxie Jones is being sent to the box, and so would Cassidy Dope. So now Montreal's got quite the advantage over here with the power jam. They call it off, and the next jam is going to be power.
So now the Smash Squad sitting at 62 with Queen's Court sitting at 29. Smash Squad about to start on the power jam with about a little under 5 minutes left in this game. You got to imagine if they put up another 10, 20 points here, they might be sitting a little more comfortable than they should be. You don't want to get too relaxed, as we saw earlier.
Mm-hmm. Well, this could be the one that could clinch it now for the Smash Squad.
A little bit of a delay on that start. But not to worry, they still jump out and they get lead jam.
Holy shit. Starting out. Looking to pad the lead.
Looks like they're going to let her just push them. Now they're going for the sweep. They have the advantage because Queen's Court's down a blocker. But their jammer's back on now, coming in fast.
And Jinxie Jones back on the floor.
Nice block in there. Holding Cass back, not allowing her to get through. Holy shit, coming in on her third pass.
Cass forced to the outside. Now she's got to reset.
A little bit of a delayed call, but a call nonetheless. So Holy shit extends that lead a little bit more for the Smash Squad, bringing them up to a total of 70 now. Queen's Court still sitting at 29, 4.5 minutes left.
Officials on this for this crew, headed by Mattrack. There's Cleveland, G-Ref, Mercy Denied, Queen Halsa, C. Stover, Florence, and Darmadal.
You can see the urgency right now on Queen's Court bench.
And Donata breaks out early from the pack. Oh, big check there by number 131 onto Fergavicious. That's Lee Antichrist putting that check on Fergavicious.
Donata coming in hot, takes the inside, steals those points and calls it. Bringing it down to just under 4 minutes in this game.
So that's 4 points scored by the Smash Squad, bringing their total up to 74. Queen's Court 29. There's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the bout.
Smash Squad really starting to run away with this. Queen's Court desperately needing lead jam in this one. The jam has started. There we go.
Forcing number 41, Greenpeas, out to the outside. Has to start over again.
Smash Squad having a really tight wall in there. Greenpeas able to sneak through there. A little dipsy doodle and takes lead jam.
Stretch Armstrong having trouble getting through the pack, being blocked very well by the Smash Squad.
Queen's Court not recognizing the jammer coming in. And she busts through for a grand slam.
$79-29.
Armstrong still pushing with everything she has, trying to just get through on her initial pass. And now she's going to have a bit more of an opportunity as Smash Squad jammers go into the box. Setting up a power jam for Queen's Court. 2:22 left in the game. A minute left in the jam.
And
Stretch Armstrong finally gets through, but she's tired. She's going to need her blockers to really help her out on this to get some points and try and chip away at this quite the deficit they have.
45 seconds left in the jam. And now 2 minutes left in the bout.
Oh, big hit there thrown on Armstrong. She thought she had that inside, but she was caught right at the last second. Still fighting to try and get through to get her points. She just squeaks by. Gets herself a grand slam. 20 seconds left in the jam. Minute and a half left in the game. 79 Smash Squad, 34 Queen's Court.
Stretch Armstrong, as you mentioned, fatigue's starting to set in over here, so she's just really trying to...
She's just trying to ride out that clock right now, I think.
She wants to take her time, but I don't think time is a luxury that they have.
No.
Now, especially now that Greenpeace is back on the floor.
You got to expect that somebody's going to call a timeout here, you would think.
Clock's running, minute and 10 seconds left. 9 scored by Smash Squad, 8 scored by Queen's Court on that last jam. That was jam number 13.
Looks like Queen's Court's just going to... They're just going to roll with it. And here we go, which is probably the last jam of the game. Smash Squad again getting lead jam. Holy shit, sneaking through the inside.
And now Thunderstruck able to get herself out of the pack.
34 seconds left in the game. You would think Owlie's just thinking of running this clock down. Sneaks through and gets herself 4 points.
And now the pivot for Montreal is going off to the box. But a blocker will return.
So Smash Squad has complete control of this jam right now with 13 seconds left. Looks like Ali Shit just got herself through for another 4 points. You got to think she's going to be looking at calling it here in the next 5 seconds with 4 seconds remaining on the game clock.
4 points
And
scored there by
she was-
Thunderstruck, but that's all they're going to get, as they call it.
Smash Squad really showing a lot of heart and determination right now. I believe this is their 3rd or 4th game in a row in the last 3 or 4 hours, so good on them to come out and put on a show like what they just did.
Definitely, and as we wait for the official word from the officials, the scoreboard currently says 91 Smash Squad, 45 for Queen's Court, if that is the final score, and it is confirmed to be the final score. So Smash Squad will go on to the gold medal, or to the first place game, and they're going to be going up against Our Ladies of Pain from Guelph.
That should be a very interesting game. 2 highly offensive teams that also have very good defense.
The congratulations to Queen's Court, who finishes in 3rd place today here at Fast and Furious 2017.
They've put on a pretty good performance as well. They stuck with it right until the end. This game kind of got away from them in the last 10 minutes, but they kept it close for a while. Smash Squad, they've got a mission today, and we'll see if they can succeed in that mission in their next game. And the crazy part about it is, as I look at them all and the smiles on their face, they don't even really look that tired.
No, they don't. They look as fresh as they did this morning.
Yeah.
And this morning, as I mentioned, as we were talking about earlier, they looked like they were going to suffer a loss in their first game, but they made a great comeback against the very well and qualified Toronto Vipers.
And they've just kind of rolled off that momentum, and here they are.
Team photo being taken over there on the Queen City Roller Squad, 3rd place team.
A very popular part of roller derby. Team photos at the end of the game.
Now, is this something that has been borrowed from Wayne Gretzky in hockey, or has this been around in roller derby for as long as we can know?
I think with the rising of photographers and the popularity of that, there were so many independent photographers that they just started to get invited out to bouts, and one thing led to another, and now there are official Facebook pages dedicated to these pictures. There's so many derby pictures floating out there. It's not hard to find them, I guess. Where it originated from, I'm not 100% sure, but there are always at least 2 or 3 photographers at a game, which is good because we don't get to record them a lot, so
right,
to at least have the memories captured on a picture, it goes a long way.
And not just all of these players here, but you at home, the viewer, you can view all of these things at layer9.ca, and also on Layer 9's YouTube page, where you can find all of the past games here, and just really get into the sport of roller derby, which is a great sport.
Absolutely. And on that note, I am Jam Solo, and we've got another crew coming in for this championship game. It's been a pleasure. Lex Legend, it's been a pleasure meeting you and announcing with you today.
It's been a pleasure meeting you, and it's been great. It's, again, thank you to Jax for taking me on the team and allowing me to call my first roller derby stuff and make my mistakes along the way, and also just get a feel for this great sport. And thank you at home for staying with us this whole time and watching some great some great athletics. These ladies here are amazing, talented athletes, and they deserve and they need all of your support. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Lex, the Lexington Legend Tan, alongside Jam Solo. We're signing off, and up next for the gold medal game, we got Professor Rex and Breaker coming up. This is the Fast and Furious 2017 tournament at Ted Reeve Arena on layer9.ca.
You gotta be done for now.
Yeah, we had to sign off.
Are you guys doing the last one too?
What? No.
Are you doing the last one?
No, Professor Rex and Breaker are going to be in.
Oh, yeah.
We've done like
much everyone leading up to this one.
Yeah, I
Which is
did.
good, though.
2 years ago, I did it. Both the live and the.
Which one did you prefer?
This one's more fun because you can trash it.
Yes.
You can't really do it
Yeah,
there.
you can't say a whole lot of things over there that I would
You can't
probably
tip
say.
them off. Yeah.
I'd probably be like, Jammer's into the box now, and they'd be like, oh, but I was just kidding.
Or maybe not. I did it with last week before I did it with Coach Go for the Velvet game. I did it with Coach Go for the Velvet game.
That was pretty cool.
So that was pretty cool.
Did you do it with one of their sports channels?
Yeah, no clue.
So you kind of.
So I was the color commentary. I started spraying skate wave. I'm like,
You did this enough. You could kind of set that up with someone.
Yeah, well, they want me back. Yeah, but all their games are practices, right? So.
It's hard to juggle all these positions in movie. Rapping, coaching, playing, commentating.
I'm hoping to play till I'm 50, and then that gives me 2 more years. And hopefully be good enough to ref.
About 12 years.
Oh, maybe 5 years to ref, and probably NSO right now. So. Referees, I gotta skate backwards better.
Stressful sometimes, but as long as you start off like a little bite, you don't go to like some major game. Yeah, like scrimmages.
I like the jam ref.
When you're in the middle, like, so you're not in this craziness out here, because that's where you're constantly turning and skating.
Yeah, I don't want to be outside. I don't want to be outside.
Outside's kind of crazy. I used to have to stay with the whole pack the whole time. We had a bunch of new reps that couldn't skate yet, so I'd always stay with them. I stayed with the pack the whole way.
I could be head ref. I could do that. Say, back here. Back is back.
That one's the perfect.
Back is back. Back is back. Yeah, you see this? Yeah.
And everyone's outside of this, so you're good.
No, let me. You should do it.
The final? I know. How did I get so lucky?
Lex and I set it all up first.
And that means
You need to have a shout out to the wonderful NSOs.
I showed up to the NSOs all the time.
You have to shout out to the best scoreboard operator in the history known to man of the next game. And not while I'm making a mistake.
No, there were no mistakes made.
Looks like you got crew number 4 led by the lock.
Rock. Wait, I gotta put it in my hair. Yeah, we have one. Alright. Victoria, Yogurt, Joe, Sarah T, Reddit, Motion, and Holly de Havilland. Holly de Havilland? Been record? Love it. And we are doing Smash God against Our Ladies of Pain. I love it. I love everything apparently right now.
You're supposed to be delayed an hour. Here it is, quarter to 8. We're waiting for the last game.
Yeah, I think we're right.
I think we're ready. It's 8 o'clock, so we can start right.
So by the way, just letting you know, I switched out the XLR from earlier, so now you're gonna be fine with this microphone.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Then we have, who do we have here? Smash Squad and Royal City, right?
And that's her legacy roller derby. She started that group so that Fresh Meat would have.
Hello and welcome back to the Fresh and the Furious Tournament 2017. I am Professor Rex, and I am bringing you this game along with
Breaker Thigh.
That's right, this game is going to be between the Royal City RollerGirls, Our Lady of Pain, and the Montreal Roller Derby Smash Squad. This is for all of the money,
Marbles.
all of the marbles, all of the accolades, all of the bragging rights. Whatever you want to take home with you, this is what it's going to be up for. If you were joining us now from Quebec or from Guelph area, this is going to be a really good game. Both these teams are quite established in the roller derby community. Montreal, much more established than Royal City, but Royal City has been showing that they are a league at least to be reckoned with, as well as a team all the way through their entire system.
Right now we're watching the awarding. We are watching the bestowment of the. I'm going to not pronounce this right. Can you please pronounce her name? Louisa Calamares? Calamares? The Louisa Calamares Heart Award.
That's right.
Story behind this award is that Gitar had a beloved freshie, a first-year skater who NSO'd and dedicated a lot of her time to the league, and then eventually started skating. And tragically, she passed away while she was still a fresh player. And this Louisa Calamares Heart Award is awarded to one freshie involved in the tournament who demonstrates great heart, determination, and a positive attitude.
And those are three great things that any player involved in any sport needs to have: heart, determination, and a good attitude. It's amazing. Did you catch the name? I couldn't quite hear the in-house announcement. It does look like it's a skater from Toronto Roller Derby Vipers. I don't recognize any skater outside of their equipment, unfortunately, unless I know them personally.
Well, it's hard because they don't have their mouth guard in, they don't have their helmet on, and we'll see if we can flag her.
What's her name?
Gnarly Quinn.
Oh, it's Gnarly Quinn. Oh, that makes sense, the cape.
Right, Gnarly Quinn
Gnarly
from
Quinn.
Toward Vipers. Gnarly Quinn, definitely. Gnarly Quinn, definitely one of the skaters that I got attached to the character Harley Quinn from DC Comics. A little bit of backstory from DC Comics because I'm a bit of a comic nerd. That character was developed in a cartoon in the 90s. It was originally developed from a cartoon and then adopted into the comic books instead of the usual way of it, the cartoon taking the stories from the comic books and adding characters. But sometimes, just like Marvel, because I'm also an even bigger nerd, like the X-Men, a character like Apocalypse is essentially from the cartoon TV show and not the comic books as well. So if you're a fan of comic books, that's great. You should be a fan of roller derby as well, because all of these skaters have come up with incredible names for themselves to play this sport. That naming of themselves has been carried on as a tradition since 2002, when the current iteration of roller derby restarted in Dallas, Texas.
Now, there are sometimes stories behind people's names. What is the story behind your derby name?
Mine, I originally was called Craig McMuffin when I coached in Toronto Roller Derby. One of the skaters said that it was a good name, so I went with it because my name is Craig. And when I moved to the Guelph area, I started catching them, and then one of the skaters knew that I was a pretty big comic book nerd and called me Professor Rex. But the Ray is spelled, some people think it's from Mass Effect, because there's a character called Rex. W-R-E-X in Mass Effect. So unfortunately, I'm not as nerdy as everyone thinks I am. I'm only mildly nerdy, and I am named after Professor Xavier of the School for Gifted Children.
We are just waiting for our final bout of the night, or the day and night, today, to get underway. This is a matchup between, oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, we're gonna run through names really quickly. I'm gonna take a terrible attempt at trying to do Montreal Roller Derby Smash Squad. 0303 La Leonina.
Leona.
La Leona. Number 1010 Sriracha. Number 1023 Roadkill. Number 131 Lena de Christ.
Lee Antichrist.
Lee Antichrist. That sounds much better. That makes more sense. 1969 Donata. Very consistent jammer for Montreal. Hopefully she can get it done for her team today. Number 265 How We Roll. Number 41 Green Peas. Number 57 Minivan. Number 593 Amor la Machina. Number 606 Painkiller. Number 610 Owly Shit. Number 77 Freddy Chaos. Number 808 Flacula Clark. Number 81 Velvet on the Ground. And the bench staff is Ama Pyro and Salty Sarah.
And let's see if I can do just as well with the Our Ladies of Pain Roller City Roller Girls. This is number 1027 Samwise Slamzy. Number 171 Rabid Rabbit. Number 242 Hit Viper. Number 25 Duchess of Doom. Oh, that's the second Duchess I've seen today.
It is the second Duchess today.
Number 2908 Nayslayer. Number 3 Pablo Picasso. Number 303 H-Bomb. Number 345 Betty Spite. Number 394 Thomas the Tank. Number 519 Headlock Holmes. Number 55 Silent Spring. Number 555 Kilopatra. Number 6 Sleeping Brute. Number 611 Whirlwind. Yeah, okay. Number 613 Mill Street Bruisery. I like that one. And number 9 Scolateral Damage. I like that one. I like them all. And on the bench we've got 3. We've got Fidget, Flying Frenchie, and Ronnie Rivet.
That's correct. Both teams look like they've been exceptionally close, coached by some exceptional people. I don't know I'm a Pyro and Salty Sarah from Montreal, but I do know that the Our Ladies of Pain coaching trio does play on Royal City Roller Girls charter team for the WFTDA. So their team does get a lot of know-how on how the game should be played, at least. And it does show on the track, because obviously Our Ladies of Pain made the final, and it is quite clear that Montreal also always has a well-coached, well-represented team here at this Too Fresh, because they always make it. I'm pretty sure, I wish I had all of the stats available, but I know at the very least the Smash Squad have made it to at least the 4th placing at this tournament almost every time, or at least every time they've been in this tournament.
That says so much about their program.
It does. And it's important. People think it's hit and miss, but it isn't hit and miss. If your league does put a lot of time and effort into bringing new and fresh and innovative people into your league, you can train them to do a lot of things that you might not normally think they could do. And all leagues can take a note of both Royal City and Montreal, and just know that you just need to want to have players come into your league, and you will make it happen.
I just want to take a moment and thank one last time everybody that put this together, this tournament, and that is not just the G-Tire Roller Girls, that is also the Zebra Squad. We had a giant contingent of officials here today.
I know, and that's great. I remember being at this tournament in 2010 or 2011, and there wasn't enough referees or announcers or volunteers or NSOs.
We're doing skater roll. Okay.
But currently, because this tournament has gotten a lot of success and a lot of reputation, there's at least enough referees, NSOs, and announcers and volunteers to make this tournament happen.
The volunteers wearing the pink. If this is the only game you're going to see today, good game. You're looking at the NSOs, the non-skating officials, wearing the pink, and those are the point keepers, the penalty counters, the timers, the everything. They are so important. They're not wearing skates, but they are every bit as part of the team in the league as those who do wear skates. All the other volunteers, the people working the door, the people emptying the trash, the people making sure the volunteers get fed, and finally, the medics. The medics, Jax told me that you cannot have a bout, no, there cannot be play unless the medics are actually physically watching the track.
That's correct. There is no skater allowed to skate in the arena unless there's paramedics present. And during the game, at least one paramedic has to be paying attention to what's going on the track to make sure all of the skaters involved are safe and have the care that they potentially need. Hopefully, there isn't any injuries at all in this game. That's what we always hope for when roller derby happens. It is a very high-level contact sport. Everyone's trying their best. And these skaters have only played for 12 months or less. So they both look really, really good. Really, really good.
Yeah. They're just, our floor announcers are doing the skater rollout and introductions right now. So, actually, are they doing it now? We've got the Smash Squad, is this their third game in a row?
This is, for a lack of a better terms, is their third game in a row. I think they were making a little bit of a delay happen, either to make this game start at 8 o'clock like it was scheduled to happen, or at least to give the Smash Squad enough time to kind of have a break between their games. They've gone the hard route to this final. Our Ladies of Pain have gone the easy route, and this game is going to determine whether the hard route or the easy route was the best way to go. And if you're not knowing quite sure at home, I'm pretty sure Montreal Smash Squad had to play 7 games to get here. This will technically be Our Ladies of Pain 4th game on the day.
The advantage, obviously Our Ladies of Pain have an advantage where they got a nice big rest. But if
they did, but some people think that could be a disadvantage because you get rested and complacent.
I do. And so the Smash Squad, having played 3 bouts in a row, they've worked out their kinks. They're warm, but they're tired. And that's the only thing. So they're a very great team. We've seen some great derby coming out of the Montreal Smash Squad today. I have no if they're too tired.
No, you're right. And sometimes if you're tired and just running on adrenaline, the adrenaline that your body gives you is exactly what you need just to get that extra edge on a team. And if another team isn't quite ready for that, they won't be prepared. And that is the job of the 3 bench staff, Flying Frenchie, Fidget, and Ronnie Rivet, to try and get Our Ladies of Pain ready and prepared for this game and understand that just because they've gotten to the final doesn't mean that it's going to be a cakewalk here. They have to be set and ready and composed and willing to show a big skate out from Montreal Smash Squad. This is technically the first skate around from either team. And right away, a little bit of nerves, people falling down. It's the best way. This is what Too Fresh is all about.
Get it out of the way.
Both of these teams looked solid on their feet all day long, but they're tripping each other up just because they're super excited.
Now, one other thing, one way that you're going to see Smash Squad is affected, we saw it in the last game, the amount of penalties that they've gotten. So they've gone from getting penalties because they're not experienced this morning to now getting penalties because they're tired.
Yeah, and penalty trouble for either team is the biggest thing in this sport. If a blocker goes to the penalty box, or any player for that matter, when the jammer is in scoring position, that jammer scores the point for the blocker that they pass, or jammer, and anyone in the penalty box. So penalty trouble can smell the difference between winning and losing this game.
We've seen it already today. Teams losing because of penalties. Too many power jams. It just takes one power jam.
It does.
So hopefully that won't happen, and hopefully we'll get 2 very evenly matched teams, and we'll see some good derby out without the jammers being in the box.
That's true. And if I'm not corrected, it does say that the period clock is at 20 minutes, and if that's correct, then we may be doing 2 20-minute jams. I was under the impression it was supposed to be 2 15 minutes at the beginning of the day.
I thought so too.
But so far, the period clock does say 20 minutes, and if that's the case, this is essentially like 2/3 of a real game, 66% of a real game. And the Smash Squad, at the end of this game, when they finish it, for this tournament, essentially will play their 8th game. technically speaking.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Well,
because
good
of
luck,
20-minute
everybody.
games, 20-minute periods. Another period is another game.
And we are now looking at the Our Ladies of Pain Royal City RollerGirls. Is my mic on?
That's right. I know this league a little bit. I've coached and refereed with them refereed for 2 years and coached with them for about the past 6 or 7. I don't personally help out this team as much, but I do see them at our league practices and our scrimmages, and they've been trained quite well, as they should be, because I would yell at the players that are coaching them right now because they're on the team that I coach. So if they're not going to play well today, then I'm not quite sure what I've been showing my team myself.
I just have to, oh, there I am. Okay, I couldn't hear myself earlier. I'm wondering if I was holding the mic wrong.
No, that's just because we hear ourselves in our ears.
Yeah, we can't.
More so than we would normally, because we're wearing these amazing microphones and headsets.
And hopefully you can hear us too over the floor announcers, the house announcers. The house announcers. Now I'm going to get her name wrong.
Malcontent Reynolds.
Yes, thank you, Malcontent Reynolds. I didn't know. And Jack Salotopis Blue. Jack Salotopis being the Lindsay, he coaches Lindsay, but today was coaching Quad City. I forget.
Quad City. Quad City.
Hot Rods or something.
Hot Rods, yeah. A league or a team that was made of a conglomerate of 5 leagues from around the Western Ontario area, Northwestern Ontario area. Peterborough, Lindsay, GTA,
Belleville, I think.
Belleville.
And there was one skater from my league, Peterborough.
Peterborough, there we go. Peterborough
The
Roller
Body. Shout out to the Body.
The Body. Apparently, her name is in quotation marks, so you either have to yell and quote, air quotes at someone, or you at the very least, have to air quotes it to anyone.
She's a big wrestling fan. That's why she's the Body.
That's incredible. But she should change her name to real first name, The Body, real last name.
Yeah.
and then I would appreciate it much more. Here we go. The Our Ladies of Pain cheering with themselves and the rest of their league, because the rest of the league has brought enough fans to outshow the amount of players on their bench, which is something that Royal City is known for. If you're going to have Royal City at your event, I guarantee there's going to be fans there from their league cheering them on, so you better be prepared for that.
That was pretty intimidating, the display we just saw from Our Ladies of Pain. It's almost like the haka, but not
Almost,
quite
but
as not
quite as impressive.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as impressive as that, but
a little bit of chest thumping. Okay, the play has started, and unfortunately, I can't see anything.
Silent Spring from Our Ladies of Pain, I know that. Unfortunately, I can't see the Montreal Jammer. Silent Spring does get lead jam just before turn 1, and it looks like Montreal
That's
Jammer.
Owly Shit.
Owly Shit, number 610.
Owly Shit's name's been a big hit here in this tournament.
It is a great name.
It's great. And who did you say number 55 is?
Silent Spring.
Silent Spring. Yes, I saw her jamming a few games ago. Really great jammer. If you've been watching the Smash Squad, one jammer to look out for is Donata. Pretty effective, pretty consistent. Donata on the Smash Squad. Owly Shit's been jamming quite a bit too. Let me see who else. I've seen a few others.
After the first jam, there's a quick official timeout. It looks like the jammer refs are going over to make sure that the scoreboard is happening correctly. Silent Spring did get lead jam, entered the pack, didn't score any points. The opposing jammer did show points, but I don't see any points on the scoreboard currently. I don't know if you can see it at home. We don't have a secondary screen in front of us, so I can't see what you see at home, unfortunately. So all I know right now is it's 0-0, and there's 18 minutes and 59 seconds left.
This is tense. I can't deal with this. I'm so excited, and I'm so nervous. You know what? We've got Zebra Crew 4 out there. Why don't I introduce them?
Yeah, for sure.
So
they're great.
Our head ref is Joe Smith, and he's joined out there by Yogi and Sarah T, Queen Victoria, Dreaded, Notion, and Holly de Havilland.
That's correct. I believe that is originally the crew, but this crew is a little bit different because I see Shields out there.
Yeah, and
Mr. Beard.
Okay,
Boilo for show.
so forget everything I just said.
I think they made kind of a referee
Power line.
power team to make sure that this game is going to be done correctly.
Jamming for the Smashers. Smashers. This is the Smash Squad. They're even in orange.
That's
is how
true.
we roll.
Thomas the Tank having a big knockout of the jammer, cycling her back, holding that jammer in the pack, and Arlene a Pain with a very tough
What a tight
defensive
wall. They are
wall,
holding her back.
springing
Now, meanwhile,
Betty Spite for Our Ladies of Pain, number 345.
Our Ladies of Pain third base coaches signaling Betty Spite to keep going. How we roll, I think she's still in her initial attempt, isn't she? And she is now through.
It is Betty Spite scoring at 5 points, even though the Montreal Jammer got out of the pack at the end there. Betty Spite still passed her for that 5th point. Has potential to score more right here and is definitely attempting to. How we roll, hit the pack. I'm not sure. The referee is trying to decide whether or not she passed anyone's hips. If you aren't sure of how to score points, the Jammer needs to pass their center mass past an opposing blocker center mass in order to score points.
It's not the hips?
Technically the hips, technically center mass, but everyone calls them the hips.
Okay. 5 seconds is called. And we have a full contingent for both teams on the track right now. And who is that?
That is number 808.
That is Fatula Clark,
Fatula Clark.
who's got the lead jammer status. And
It's Pablo Picasso from Our Ladies of Pain trying to get out at the back end there. Definitely having a lot of trouble. A multiplayer block being called on Montreal Smash Squad blocker.
That's Velvet on the ground. Now I want to just give props to Lee Antichrist for holding back Our Lady of Pain jammer for so long. It's very interesting to see because when I was in this tournament, we never would have skated backwards and presented our chest. We never would have done a catch and hold like that. I've been seeing it all day. I love it.
I know, and it's a testament to how these leagues train their freshmen. Anything that their perceived upper echelon of derby in their own league is doing, they're being trained in the exact same way. So they're picking up on these nuances in the game, and that's incredible to see at this early stage. It just speaks volumes of how the derby's going to grow as we go forward.
Now let's see how Smash Squad does. One blocker down.
Sound Spring being blocked by the Montreal Smash Squad. Doesn't matter though. Sound Spring springing herself for lead jam.
Holy shit, still trying to make her way around that blue wall.
That's true. Thomas the Tank doing her best. She has been a force to be reckoned with the entire day for Our Lady of Pain and knocks out Holy shit, keeping her in the pack.
Was too safe there. The skater who hit her out fell. She could have come right in. Instead, she played it safe and came in behind the blue players.
That's
now
right.
She's got to fight her way back through one all over again.
Sound Spring trying to score her second 5-point Grand Slam and does.
She does.
And if you aren't understanding how the cutting the track penalty works, it's essentially like if you show up at a show and you're wanting to see the band play and there's a big lineup, you can't cut in front of your friends. You have to stay in a line.
That's right. You got to go to the back of the line.
Yeah, you got to go to the back of the line. So if you cut in front of someone, you got to readjust and go to the back of the line.
And we've got a penalty for the Smash Squad. That was number 606, and I didn't hear what the penalty was, but it's Pinkiller. I massacre this name all the time.
That's okay. Announcers should be given forgiveness because there's a lot to be said during the game. A lot of words and a lot of syllables. Sound Spring getting out again. Another 4-point pass calls it off. That is 19 points for Silent Spring. 4 points for the Montreal Smash Squad. That brings a total score to 27-10. There is 14 minutes and less than whatever seconds left in this jam. I am still unsure whether or not we're going to have two periods.
Me too. But I mean, all the other games, didn't they just put 20 minutes on the clock?
They did, but earlier today, I could have swore someone said there was going to be 2 15-minute games, or 2 15-minute periods. They may have changed that. I wish someone would. Oh.
I'm pretty sure they've been 20-minute games.
Donata, super consistent jammer. Very safe on the track. Rarely goes to the penalty box. Gets lead percentage, a high lead percentage, and scores a decent amount of points. A very good play. And Mr. Beard calls Betty Spite on a cutting the track penalty. This is Smash Squad on a power jam. This is huge for the Montreal RollerDerby Smash Squad.
So the Smash Squad has to do what they've been doing all evening and helping their jammer out, setting up those screens, as we would say in basketball. And Donata gets through for her first Grand Slam. Is this the first time she's jammed this? No, this is the second time she's jammed this bout, huh?
Yes, and somehow Donata has already scored a second scoring pass. This
and
is her
she just
third,
pushed her way through that wall.
This is her third. Okay.
And she was lead. Yes, she calls it off.
She did. I'm hoping that I've just had too many drinks, but I thought Donata only scored 2 scoring passes, but they're showing 15 points, which is a total of 3 scoring passes.
I think there were 3.
Was there 3?
She did blow out of the pack pretty early, and I know that she had at least 2. She had 1 scoring pass before the power jam. Does that math add up?
It does.
Okay.
It potentially could, yes.
But yeah, no, it still would have been. I'm thinking, did she pick up 5 points?
Pablo Picasso with a lead jam. It's a very close game, 26-25.
That was a beautiful punch through by Pablo
Picasso.
Yes.
Picasso. And coming on the inside line, calling off the jam, scoring a really easy 4 points. Pulling this game away yet again.
It's still pretty tight.
It is going to be 30
game.
points to 25. It is a very, very tight game. Unfortunately for Montreal, they start on this jam with 1 blocker in the box, a little bit of a deficit, but it hasn't really affected them the rest of the tournament. It's interesting to see what will happen against the Our Ladies of Pain.
It's interesting. So far what I said about being tired and taking a lot of penalties has been, I guess, proven, or at least demonstrated. So hopefully they can shake it off and stop.
Nice offensive block from the Our Ladies of Pain blocker. That was incredible. Nice, really nice job.
Our Ladies of Pain regrouping, and whoa, she stays in. She calls it off. I think she picked up a point. She did. 1 point for Amaru Lamakina.
Number 519, Headlock Holmes. That was an incredible offensive block. Offensive blocking is something that people sometimes forget about or don't even pick up on, but
it's really
if
hard
you
to do.
rewind that at home, you can really see number 519 setting up a really nice offensive block, or a screen, if you will, from basketball.
Yeah. Even seasoned players have a very difficult time to go from defense to offense. And sometimes all it takes is one player to just detach herself from the wall if she's not needed and go back and help her jammer. Wait, you were talking about defense, weren't you?
No, I was talking about offense for sure.
Okay, you were okay. It's been a long day.
But Donata gets the lead jam for the Smash Squad, followed closely behind by Betty Spite. Let's see if Donata's blockers can get themselves into position to score as many points as they can in this jam.
She checks
Comes
over
in
her
the pack
shoulder
hot.
and calls it. Has there been points?
I think Guilo is potentially signaling for a back block.
Oh, that's
I don't know who
yep.
that was called upon, but he made the hand signals. I'm not sure if that was relayed from the jammer. Maybe the jammer ref overturned it, which is quite possible.
Well, we've got currently one jammer, one blocker in the box for the Smash Squad, one pivot in the box for the Our Ladies of Pain. Right now, there are too many orange skaters on the track.
There are definitely too many orange skaters on the track, and the referees need to correct that. It looks like Joe, the locksmith, is trying to figure out who needs to get off the track for the Smash Squad. It doesn't matter, though, because Silent Spring gets the lead jam.
It's going to matter in a second when...
It does. The crazy part about roller derby, if Silent Spring was able to score past those blockers, even with the extra player, they actually get that extra point.
They do get the extra point.
They do.
Oh, it looks like...
It would have been a 6-point scoring pass.
Okay, one orange player has come out of the box and is now on her bench. So Silent Spring, I really enjoy watching her jam.
Yeah, she's proven herself quite tough and agile in this game. She does not give up on any line and really tries. I think she got caught on a cutting the track penalty. That's unfortunate, but thankfully for the Royal City RollerGirls, she already had scored points in that jam and is on scoring pass. I believe Donata is still on her first pass. I could be wrong. I think she's still on her first pass. And Thomas the Tank, the pivot and captain from Our Ladies of Pain, really doing a number on Donata. An attempted star pass. Nice job from Montreal Smash Wide. That was a really well-timed star pass. Oh, she doesn't know what to do with the pivot cap. She didn't have to take it off.
She didn't have to take it off, no.
She can kind of just do whatever she wants with it, really. She has the thing on her head that deems her able to score points, so she's good. Silent Spring comes out of the pack and is able to score anyways. She
I'm
may
not sure.
have.
No, I think that she needs to have that stripe on in order to put the penny on, the star on. I don't know if she actually scored there.
She should have scored there. But in order for the star pass to be complete, she had to have the stripe on, which she did. So I'm not quite sure why that should have been potentially an illegal star pass.
I think there's going to be
That should have been
potentially
an illegal star pass. I'm not quite sure. The jammer ref for the Montreal Smash Squad is looking around. They're going to try and figure out. Joe the Locksmith has called an official timeout.
I'm not surprised to see that there is a timeout happening.
If you're watching at home, roller derby is an incredibly strange sport and very fast, and a lot of things happen. But so I'm going to try and break down what happened there in this official timeout. Montreal's jammer star pass to their pivot. The pivot, I believe, at the time had the stripe on her head, which means she's able to take the star from the jammer, and she did. Exited the pack and put the jammer star on her head. Unfortunately, took the stripe off, which she can do because she's technically, like, the pass happened while she was still the pivots.
But I don't think you can put it on.
She can put it on still.
Okay.
But I know for a fact she cannot pass it back to the jammer after she's put it on her head.
Yes, that is definitely true.
I know that she can't pass it back to the jammer after she's already been given the pass. So once the pass has happened, it has already happened. You cannot give it back. It's like no givesies backsies, right?
So what do you think the consequence for that? Because I don't think they scored any point. They didn't score any points. It's now 40-26 for
right.
Our Ladies of Pain.
I do think she should have scored points on that scoring pass, but at the same time, that jammer needs to go to the box for an illegal star pass because the jammer the pivot who was the active jammer passed it back to the inactive jammer, and that is the illegal action that happened at the end of that jam. And I know, roller derby.
My head hurts.
Stuff did happen. There will be penalties. The referees and NSOs are just trying to figure out exactly what penalty did happen.
Because they're all fresh.
They are, well,
not all of them, no.
This referee crew has a little bit more experience than the combined group of all the other crews earlier today. So I imagine that they will come to the same determination or something similar to what I was suggesting myself.
The reason I hesitate about the lack of pivot helmet cover is that, I might not be right, but this is what's stuck in my head, is that once you remove it, then you are no longer the pivot and therefore cannot don the star.
Right, and you are right, and I've actually never seen a moment where the pivot has received the star and still the pivot stripe on her head, put it on, and then remove the pivot star to put the jammer star on. So technically speaking, I guess there is nothing in the rules that states that they can't or can do that, but there is something that says that if the star happens to the pivot and the pivot has a stripe on their head, then it can still happen. So the conclusion from the case books is that it should not be a penalty. It should be points and then a penalty after for passing the star back to the jammer.
It's so interesting and so frustrating.
I know. The star pass is an interesting thing. There's many rules in roller derby that I always look at and see happen, and I'm like, does it
Yeah.
So really have to go this way, but it does, unfortunately, and that's what the WFTDA have come to. And there's a lot of people that put time involved in. More specifically, Wax Poetic has put a lot of time involved into the current iteration of the rule set. And if you haven't read through it, please do. It is very well written and much better than the original rule set that I remember, anyways, from 9 years ago, and all the different iterations in between.
So we still don't have a verdict on what is happening. We have seen some dancing on the floor by our announcers and our coaches and our players.
Yeah, it's not a roller derby event if someone doesn't dance on the track. That's for sure. And it looks like Malcontent Reynolds and Jack Salotopoulos are having a lot of fun announcing together in-house on turn 4. Unfortunately, on the stream, we can't be as theatrical as the house announcers, but that suits me just fine. I'm not as theatric as most of the announcers here. I'm definitely not.
I like to boogie. Well, depends on how many deep I am. You know what I mean?
Coffees?
Yeah.
Waters?
Bubbly pops.
Wobbly pops. There we go.
This is taking forever. I'm just saying.
It is, but, you know, this is the final game, and the referees
Gotta get it right.
really want to make sure they're getting it right. Especially because this is being streamed live. And it's going to be archived on Layer 9, which you all are watching it from. And if you aren't, you've definitely hit the little tab on the bottom right that makes it go on YouTube. Either way, the original broadcast is being brought to you by Layer 9, so it'll be archived forever and all time as long as that website or as long as that archive is available. So they especially want to make sure that they're trying to get this right today.
Was it you I was saying over in the bubble that I was feeling nostalgic last year after announcing, and I went back and watched my fresh meat tournament?
Yeah, I don't like to watch Old Derby. It makes me upset because I used to think it was great, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I could barely stand up. Actually, I think my first time on the line, I just felt.
It does look like I was correct, and they sent the Montreal Smash Squad jammer to the box. Did you know that jam for an illegal star pass? Pablo Picasso with lead jam on a power start for Royal City RollerGirls, Our Ladies of Pain.
Oh.
And is trying, and looks like Our Ladies of Pain opted for a passive offense on this jam, and it does work in their favor. Pablo Picasso picking up 5 points. Montreal's jammer getting out of the box right now. Tanada takes a start for that, looks for a star pass.
That was a quick pass.
Very, very quick pass.
Smart move.
Oh, nice hit out by Thomas the Tank to keep that pivot now turn jammer to keep this big scoring run alive for Pablo Picasso. So far getting 9 points. I know it says 5, but it should be 9 points, and it does now. Already scoring so quickly they can't even keep up on the scoreboard.
Pablo Picasso had a hard time getting through on that last pass.
That's right, slicing and dicing your way through number 610. I feel like Montreal put her out there as a pivot just to take the star pass. Holy shit. Has taken the star pass.
Oh.
That was a very aggressive hit from Pablo Picasso on Donata, but despite that, does get her points and calls it off. Looking back just to make sure that the Montreal Smash Squad jammer, Owly Shit, has not scored too many, and she didn't. Only one. That was an 18-1 jam for the Our Ladies of Pain.
That hurts.
That's a huge, huge jam.
And they're starting this jam with 2 blockers in the box, so they are 2 blockers down. Ouch. That's all I have to say.
It's true, and Thomas the Tank, essentially, from what I can remember, hasn't left the track in quite a long time. I know she was on the track for the last jam, but she's currently on the track again. It's one of the captains from Our Ladies of Pain, and she has done a phenomenal job making sure that her team is set and ready and have the right headspace. I don't know if at home you've ever captained a team, but it's a very strange thing because you have to keep up appearances and make sure that everyone's set and ready. And it's really, really weird because you think everyone's not going to like you when you're doing that. But it's an important job.
And they may not like you, but it's tough love.
It is tough love.
It's tough love. Oh, it's going to hurt so much. It's going to hurt their bodies. I'm talking about the Smash Squad. It's going to hurt their souls. But Smash Squad has the lead jammer status, and Betty Rage. No, not Betty Rage. She's
Betty
on my
Spite.
team. Betty Spite. We have Betty Rage on Peterborough.
That's right. That's a really strange call out for Montreal. They had lead, and they have a lot of blockers in the box. Currently, they can only put 1 blocker on the track.
One.
In my best judgment as a coach, I do think Montreal wanted to run that jam just to get some of their blockers out of the box, but they opted not to. I'm not sure what the strategy was there.
Nerves?
Exactly.
Was it
Possibly nerves.
from the bench, or was it just our
Possibly,
jammer?
definitely, possibly nerves. Yeah, for sure. Silent Spring getting lead jam on the sole blocker from Montreal. Nayslayer, another pivot from Our Ladies of Pain, keeping and Misery.
Sriracha is
Sriracha.
jamming. I don't think I've seen her jam all day. They're giving a less used jammer an opportunity to see if she can pick up some points here.
Oh no, and Silent Spring takes a back block penalty and is heading to the penalty box. Fortunately for Royal City, she goes to the box on scoring pass. Montreal, thankfully, has scored already 5 and can put up a lot of points on this jam. Scores 58-32. Let's see if the Montreal jammer can get through the pack. Nayslayer, the pivot for the Royal City RollerGirls.
Does make it through for another grand slam, another 5 points. She might have one more pass, one more opportunity before Silent Spring comes out of the box. Our Ladies of Pain are ready for, oh, this one's not going to be as easy. Not that the other ones were easy. Silent Spring is out, meeting the butt of, oh, I forget her name, Green Peas. Look at that 3-wall. They're doing all right.
Nice job from Lace there, keeping the Montreal Smash Squad's jammer in the crack. Sriracha Cha. Silent Spring springing herself out, getting 4 points.
Oh, and she dodges a hit from, who is that? 2908. Nayslayer. Sriracha not doing too bad. Silent Spring making up for that time in the penalty box. They've got 13 more seconds left in this jam.
It's true, if Our Ladies Pain can keep Sriracha Cha in the back of the pack here and Silent Spring can score a few more points, they come into this jam fairly well unscathed. They're almost a tie. Another 4 points for Sriracha Cha.
And 3
makes
for
it
Silent
18.
Spring.
And how many for Our Ladies Pain? 3. 18-12. Good jam for this Montreal. Okay jam for Royal City.
You'd give it a B?
I give it a B-. Right. I give it A- for the Smash Squad, a B- for our Royal City.
Yeah, the Smash Squad did well. Oh, there. Now I can hear myself. Smash Squad did all right. They made up some points. Not enough, though. There are 3 minutes left in this bout. Well, actually, no, we've not established that yet. If it's left of the bout or if they're doing 2 halves.
I know. I wish someone would come over and tell me. If you know at home.
They can't hear us. That's why.
I know. I can't hear them at home. If they can yell at me at home and tell me what's going on, that'd be great. But I don't quite know. I thought for sure at every fresh tournament I've been at GTAR, the last game is always 2 periods instead of 1. But this year the first period has been 20 minutes instead of 15, whereas previous years it was 2:15 for a total of 30.
I'm looking around for somebody who might know. So when I said they can't hear us, I meant like the floor manager can't hear us.
I know, but Jax, who is the head announcer, is unfortunately doing the house, which is fortunate for everyone in the building because Jax is an amazing house announcer.
Yeah.
It's just I can't ask.
But we can't
Jax
hear them.
Currently, yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But if this is the only period of the game, Our Ladies of Pain have 3 minutes left and have the lead, and they have the potential to win this tournament for the first time in Royal City's history. Pablo Cagasso with the lead jam number 3. Super consistent jammer for Royal City. They have relied upon her to just get lead and get a decent amount of points for the team every single time she's on the track. And that's exactly what she's doing right now.
La Maquina is not wearing the star right now. She thought about doing a star pass and thought better of it when she got past the pack on the inside line. I was going to say something. I was going to ask something.
That's right. Pablo Cagasso scores 5 points on that last pass. Montreal is in scoring pass, but also Pablo Cagasso just hit the back of the pack to pick up a few points already. It looks like Royal City's strategy is to just run the time off the clock. If they know something I don't, then they're just trying to kill the time in the clock fully to win this game. And that doesn't help me out at all. Whatever happened on the, it could have gone either way. Our Ladies of Pain scored 9, Smash Squad scored 4. If they had kept running that jam, I would have thought this was the last jam of the day, or the last period of the day. But
the mystery has not been solved. We're only going to know in another minute and 46.
That's okay, because everyone at home, maybe everyone at home knows, but at least we're keeping them intrigued in what's going on the track.
I'll check the Twitter feed. Let's check this. I don't check it very often.
Oh no, I think Montreal's jammer just got a penalty for something. Oh no, it was Betty Spite. Betty Spite, There's a Pain getting into the box for a forearm penalty. Montreal jammer still not out of the pack, number 808. That is Flacula Clark. Nayslayer again, keeping her team together. Flacula Clark giving, am I saying that right?
Flatula Clark.
Flatula Clark. Getting lead jam for Montreal in position to score, but the score right now is 78-49. Royal City over the Montreal Roller Derby Smash Squad. Montreal scoring 5 points, bringing the score to 78-54. This is a huge jam potentially for Montreal if this is the last period of the game.
I think they should always play like their life depends. That would have sounded cooler if I could actually talk. If their lives depended on it.
It's true.
Easier said than done. I'm sitting on my duff.
It is. It is easier said than done. Unfortunately, roller derby is a strange beast because at this tournament, it's all about if you win by whatever score, it doesn't matter. But in the rest of the roller derby community, in the WF today for that matter, it's about the percentage of points you win by. So it's a very, very amazing and incredible sport, and there's a lot of math involved. And I'm glad that there's a calculator that helps me out with figuring these things as I go along.
I can't even. I still don't understand the standings, the way they work.
Oh no, I think Montreal may have thought that there was enough time for another jam, but the scoreboard does say unofficial final.
And as Our Ladies of Pain realized what's happening, that was fun. That was fun to watch. Did you see Thomas the Tank kind of realize what was going on?
No, she did, and it was a very anticlimactic win for Our Ladies of Pain. A final jam did not happen, and there's the whistle from Joe the Locksmith. Royal City Roller Girls, Our Ladies of Pain win the Fresh tournament for the first time in its history. Hopefully this speaks volumes of where this league is going in the future. I'm pretty sure it has. If you haven't been taking notice, Royal City's been mopping the floor with people for the last 3 to 4 years. So please, open your eyes and take a look.
You're not
because
biased
Royal
at
City
all.
is, oh no, I'm not biased at all. I'm gonna say it how it is. Royal City's been kicking ass.
This was a great day. You've seen some fantastic derby, especially in this last bout. A valiant effort put forth by Montreal's Smash Squad. Félicitations on their second place, or on their silver medal win. Is it a medal? It's second, anyway. And of course, Our Ladies of Pain, a big congratulations to you. Well fought, well deserved. Very impressed with you and all the other great stuff. You're doing all the things.
Our Ladies of Pain are great. I give big props to Fidget, aka Ali Artuzo, Flying Frenchie, Ronnie Rivet, all three incredible players for the Royal City Roller Bootleggers. And I know people are going to say I'm biased right now, and I love Royal City, but
He looked at me. People are going to say, I'm
Royal
joking.
City's the
I'm
greatest
joking.
thing this derby scene has seen in Southern Ontario in a long fucking time.
They've got some
and
really
everyone
strong
better open
teams.
their eyes and see what's going on right now, because this team's going to take everyone by storm, no matter where they go. They're either going to win the game or they're going to win your hearts. One of the two.
I love it. I love it. I always enjoy watching Guelph play. Oh, those dudes just got shooed out of the way.
That's fine. They were having a good time, man. Like the Royal City was just like won their first 2 Fresh tournament. Look at them all. There's like
That is
there is
happiness.
league. There's home team players, travel team players, B team players. NSOs, volunteers in the league, all congratulating their Our Ladies of Pain rookie team winning their first Fresh and Furious tournament of GTA RollerGirls. They deserve it. The president is even in the middle, making sure that she's in there. Bloodthirsty Kersey has been the president of Royal City for the last 2 years, has done a phenomenal job. So many people involved in how this league has gone forward. So many people have made sure that everyone has felt welcome and supported. And that is the biggest thing, man. If you are welcome and supported, you're going to do well. It doesn't matter how good your skills are. You're going to do well because you're welcome and supported. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right.
You can do poorly or you can do amazing. Either way, everyone's going to love you.
It's true, and that's why I love Derby, and I love the community. It is so supportive. And when you start getting down on yourself, it is up to your teammates to bring you back up and to say, it's all right, shake it off.
It is. It is super important. And again, I'm gonna speak. I'm not gonna stop about Royal City.
Go ahead.
I've been involved in this league for a long time, and four to 5 years ago, I was very, very worried about the state of Royal City RollerGirls and what was gonna happen. But this league has proven to me and proven to everyone and proven to the Derby community time and time again that the infrastructure, training, coaching, refereeing, volunteering, NSO work, anything involved with this league is of the most that they can output that I've ever seen. And if you don't believe me, come and see what the hype is about. And I'm not gonna stop. And I know everyone at home is probably telling me, anyone knows me is like, shut up, Craig, shut up.
Oh, I'm enjoying hearing you gush.
You sound like you're blowing smoke up everyone's ass. I am not. Royal City is where it's at, everyone.
Town pride. I love it. And if Peterborough were here, I'd be doing, and they won, I'd be doing the same thing.
Exactly. Everyone should. I love this league. I've been involved for 7 years now. This is the greatest roller derby league that I've been involved in Ontario. And I can't say Canada because I don't know the rest of the league, but it's damn near close. Any of you Western leagues want to represent, come out here and show your stuff.
And Eastern.
And Eastern.
Yeah, bring it on, East. We love you.
I know it's hard to knock the East. Muddy River is incredible. I love those ladies out there. Fog City, oh my God, they're the best.
Fredericton, come on down.
Fredericton, oh yes, for sure.
Moncton,
all of you
St.
come
John.
down. Yeah, Moncton, St. John. I love the East Coast. We're both from the East Coast.
We're both from the East Coast.
I know.
It's awesome.
We love to talk. We love to chant.
Yes.
We love to make jokes. But Thomas the Tank, number 394 for Royal City, putting on a show as a blocker, getting a big hug from Flying Frenchie, one of her coaches. Montreal, there's some award ceremonies going on.
Yeah, we've got the MVPs, right?
MVPs. I'm pretty sure everyone on the team gets some kind of award, but I know they're going to do MVPs, and if I wasn't wearing these headphones, I would hear the mumblings of the in-house announcement. Hopefully someone comes over to tell us. But I can tell you this, there's at least 40 fans from Royal City.
You guys are
traveled
incredible.
An hour away just to watch their fresh meat team play this tournament and win.
For those of you at home, see, I've been doing some house announcing, and Royal City does have the biggest cheering squad here.
And it's
true, about 40 people.
It's home team players, travel team players,
family members,
significant others, family members. Everyone is here.
And that just comes from what you were saying earlier about support.
Yeah. And it's honestly, if your league is looking for something to get behind, support is what it needs.
What you're hearing is a lot of happy people right now.
someone needs to support it no matter what. And even if it's one person, if that person has enough support, your league will survive. Yeah, and I know as a coach, Ali Artuso, Flying Frenchie, Ronnie Rivet are all going to be super ecstatic about this. They have trained these skaters for anywhere between 12 months and I'm not sure what the lowest amount of skate time one of these skaters have had, but at maximum is 12 months.
Now, how many times a week do these fresh skaters put in? How many practices a week do they put in?
In our league, we have 2 fresh meat groups. So we have, you can start out and do a 11-week program, and if you pass minimums in that 11-week, awesome. If you don't, then we have another 11 weeks that is there potentially for you, and if you don't pass that, then unfortunately you have to come back to the next year. But so essentially 22 weeks of fresh minimums training, and then they get about 1 practice a week as a team, but then they have access to 2 more practices a week with the rest of the league, which I think really helps the fresh skaters.
Is a help, yeah.
So these skaters could have had potentially as much as 3 2-hour practice time slots a week. Not every week. Sometimes we get locked out of our space, but
Most weeks.
Most weeks, yeah.
It's electric in here at the Ted Reeve Arena.
It is. I'm loving every minute of this. And
You should be out there and enjoying it.
No, I had nothing to do with these. I had nothing to do with these. The 3 coaches out there deserve all the credit, and the skaters that made it happen. Nate Slayer, one of the captains, number 2908. Thomas the Tank as well, the other captain for Our Ladies of Pain, holding up the Fresh and the Furious trophy, victorious for their team. All the previous Our Ladies of Pain skaters are around. Everyone in our league goes through this system. So Classy Last, number 35 is out there. Sudden Beth, who's now on our B travel team. Bloodthirsty Kirsty, who was at one point, Our Ladies of Pain has her jersey on, who's the president of Royal City, is also cheering everyone on. It's incredible. I love it.
I didn't know they drank from the cup.
Did they drink from the cup?
Look at it. They're
Amazing.
drinking.
That's what you got to do. They should skate it around like they just won the Stanley
Cup.
Hold it up. Yeah. Slam-wise, Slamzy, Rabbit, Hit Viper, Duchess of Doom, Nate Slayer, Pablo Picasso, H-Bomb, Betty Spite, Thomas the Tank, Headlock Holmes, Silent Spring, Kilopatra, Sleeping Broody, Whirlwind, Mill Street Bruzy, Scalateral Damage, Bench Coaching, Fidget, Flying Frenchy, Runnerbit. Everyone in that I just said deserves a ton of credit. This is not an easy tournament. I know, and I'm just getting made fun of by someone on the track because they made fun of me because I cannot stop talking, and they're correct. I don't stop talking.
It's okay. It means I don't have to.
Well, I do stop, as long as the pause creates laughter, and that's the only reason why you need to pause. And if you need more laughter, you just got to pause longer. If I was at home right now, I would be telling all these skaters that they're the worst people in the world and I hate them all, but that would be total joke. But that's just my thing. I make fun of them all the time because it keeps them grounded. You're all terrible, Royal City. You're the worst people ever I've ever met.
I'm really glad you're on this feed with me because you brought an element of just pure joy that I don't think I would, I'm happy for them, but it's just listening to you talk about your team is kind of like watching kids open up gifts at Christmas time.
Winning anything, honestly, has been my goal with Royal City for a long time. And Royal City, unfortunately, hasn't won a lot of things. But they've always been there.
I think the camera crew wants to go home.
They can claim that they won something. And they won the Fresh and Furious tournament. And what that means is the future looks bright. I've just been told by the producer of the show that we have to wrap this all up. Because if he didn't say that to me, I'm pretty sure I can talk for the next hour. So we're going to wrap this up. I am Professor Rex.
I am Breaker Thigh.
Signing off. What a great tournament. Thank you very much.
We love roller derby.
Layer 9.
Love to everybody.
Support as much as you can. Layer 9 is incredible. Everything Mr. Force does, and his wife G-Force as well. Incredible. If you ever meet them, say hello. They're great, great people. Thank you very much.